Hello everyone, welcome back to the MEA x FEAI Grand Fest Season 1 in the MOBA 5v5 category. Right now we are in the street stage, also known as the elimination round. And talking about the elimination round, we are going to have team small big at the blue side and at the red side, and at the blue side we are going to have Vitality Esport. Whoever wins are going to be one step closer to advance to the LAN, and at the same time whoever lost might be a goodbye for this particular tournament. But keeping those things aside for now, guys, in case you do not know, this is a Grand Fest, meaning that it is an esport festival where not just a single game, multiple games such as the BGMI, this mobile itself, football for both the PC and the mobile version, follow up by the Dota 2, and last but not the least, chess, that is e-chess, the online version, and the board game is coming. And this tournament is of course organized by our great MEA and FEA. Without this, it wouldn't be, we wouldn't have anything such things like this. But however, to make this a real success, we have our main sponsor, that is the CK Hyundai, and our internet partner for the LAN particularly is going to be Next Gen. And of course, when it comes to a MOBA 5v5 tournament, it is always Vista who stay by our side. And in any Mizoram big tournament, of course, it would be known to say esport at the managing side, or we can even say the collaborators. And yes, that is all the interesting part. And in case you wanted to know, top 8 teams would advance to the LAN. The prize pool would be a solid 2 lakhs. And in addition to that one, the LAN event starts on October 16, 17, and 18, Aizawl Ardingtuma Hall. So make sure you book your ticket if you are coming from outside Mizoram, because every guest are the VIP itself. So with that being said, we have talked about lots and lots of great things. There are more interesting things that I have to talk about. The other night we are talking about the girl's power from Sarah, the high ping 2 gods that is also known as Shinryu and Ash. And when it comes to pointing out Mr. Fact, the Fredo itself is even there, and Mr. Announcer Roots was also there. So last but not the least, we have the most interesting person that people are saying the most. When we say the most, it is the most. Everyone likes him, and of course, he is the husband of Jujin herself. Hoping to see the Jujin herself. Oh my gosh! Wait, let me complete the intro. Alright then he can't control himself anymore. And yeah, the most interesting person for a reason, and yes, the best host we have in this entire MOBA 5v5 scenario. I present to you all Mr. Ray.
Thank you for that amazing intro. You did me justice in so many ways that Molsom, I love you, because genuinely so many people obviously introduced me with so many words, but wow, you gave the proper term. Zushin's husband. Ladies and gentlemen, even if you do not remember my name, always remember that one. There's only one husband for Zushin, and it's me. But anyways, thank you, of course, Molsom and MEA x FEAI for making all of this possible, and I'm so happy to be finally back. Of course, I casted with Sarah all the way back in those knockout rounds, but of course, in the Swiss stage, I am so excited to be joining you. And obviously, great intro, and obviously so grateful for all the sponsors and everyone for making this LAN event possible. And I'm obviously gonna be, we can talk about it so and so on, because we do have a lot of games ahead. But of course, let's for now focus into the game, of course, that is in front of us, which is of course Vitality. And oh my god, I just talked about her and she's here. Guys, if it is not fate, if it's not ordained by the gods themselves that I'm Zushin's husband, tell me what else is. But anyways, Molsom, thank you for that banger intro. I loved it, and with it, I can't be even more happier. The first game, Zushin gets picked. Let's see what we have in store.
Interesting pick coming from the side of Vitality Esport. Vitality Esport don't just win the heart of our special caster for tonight, even pick the double S tier hero Lancelot right away, and small big literally just banning themselves out the Yi Shin and even the Lapu. Maybe this might be some sort of a way in which they can drop this drafting phase into their meta itself, because small big, they are the kind of teams, they are the underdog teams. Even though they are the underdog, the one who beat them down was the the Husena themselves. No doubt it would be something big coming out from them. And at the same time, Vitality Sport, I have high hopes on them because there's a particularly reason why we have high hopes, but I won't sugarcoat that one because it is specially reserved for someone else. But at the banning phase, it is really interesting to see that SCC being at the first pick, narrowing down, or shall we, no, not narrowing down, opening up more possibility in the EXP lane. And yes, the Kajita ban, no more picks of glue, no more sticky thing. So let's see how the draft prolongs.
Absolutely. And you know, they usually casters ask me which team you're supporting, right? Well, sometimes I'm like, we have to check out the draft, but when there's a Zushin, it just makes it one-sided. I'm gonna be honest, I'm supporting Vitality in this game. Maybe not next game if they do not pick that Zushin, okay? But at least for now, I'm gonna be supporting their draft. But being honest, of course, with the bans and everything, you mentioned a really great point, of course, Molsom, that they kind of, the side of small, big, right? They kind of ban the Yushinshin and Lapu Lapu for themselves, but they did get a few quality picks. That is the Phoveus as well as the Grok on the hand. Not to mention Irithel, one of the S-tier marksmen right now, considered especially into the later phases. Not to mention her heavy crossbow with that AoE. So their 3 picks do hold a lot of power. But then, of course, to the other side, they eliminate the CC, which was a good option because, well, my friend Kimmy from, of course, right now, ex-Tartarus, but of course you know him, he actually mentioned, I asked him once, why is the CC top pick right now? We casters obviously know it. I wanted to his no opinion, and he said she's a walking demon hunter sword, and I couldn't agree more. So I think because of that, she's definitely banned out for that HP based damage, so their EXP laner can have a little bit more comfortable time. But of course, how can they have when the side of S2B, they have banned out the Lapu and they've gotten the Phoveus. And right now the XP contention is gonna be interesting. But overall, they also got the SS tier jungler, the Lancelot, popping off everywhere from MSC, MPL, and right now, even in the Indian stage, he has been one of the top spicy picks. But hey, if I start saying why Zushin is the best, I would not stop the whole night. So obviously, gotta be preserving my words for later on. But with it, of course, Zushin, extremely strong utility mage, harasses the frontliners and the heroes that do not have dash extremely. So that is something they gotta consider.
And just in case we do not know, tonight, as usual, it is going to be Ray himself, the best host that we have in India, going to do the hype casting moment. In case you've never seen Ray in those epic moments, tonight is your lucky night. And to make it more lucky, for the side of Vitality Sport, make sure you play those mid lane nicely. And yes, it comes out, the Herit finally, and this might be quite decent matchup in the gold lane. Particularly, I love seeing this Herit and the Irithel at the gold lane because it all depends on their position. To be honest, both have a really good mechanics, micro, sorry, with that one, their mobility, yes, their mobility are really good. With a great potion, can literally turn the game into their hands. Like Irithel, she's more of the kind of hero who want to maintain her distance. So is Herit, so that he can wombo perfectly his skills 1, and at the same time his skills 2, his chrono dash, he can dash it non-stop as long as if he is in that Zaman Force area. And yes, to make it a little bit difficult for those feather airstrike to land it, we get the Yuzong, and this is going to be a hard down for Farsa particularly. But at the last pick from the side of Ailu, there is no hero that can stop Ling, and even the Fanny is wide open here. It is going to be really interesting. I'm rooting higher for the Fanny, but at the same time, Ling with those 4th place sword is going to be interesting. But keeping all those things aside, we are finally witnessing an assassin versus assassin in this MEA X FEAI Grand Fest, and also in this elimination round particularly, and also what a lucky moment that we have. I'm excited with the assassin picks, and yes, of course, our chief guest is even excited with his waifu, isn't it?
Absolutely. Well, people call me what do you say, lucky charm sometimes because of stuff like this happens, because finally we're gonna be getting those flashy plays, those assassins versus assassins. And wow, Molsom with that flashy picture, looking all suited up, right, the black tie and everything. Meanwhile, me, I look very pissed off. I mean, I gave this picture thinking Zushin might get banned because lately she's been getting banned everywhere. But looks like I might have to update that picture into a smile because I'm pretty happy that the Zushin got picked. But with it, of course, both of the drafts are looking interesting, and I'm looking forward to what they can bring after all. Because draft 50, execution 50, it will matter which one is obviously standing on top of the other, especially Fanny, very prone to invasions, and that is something that the other side of course, Vitality can utilize the best. But with it, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Land of Dawn Grand Fest 1 after all, MEA x FEAI, Swiss stage eliminations as we dive into this game. Vitality Sports on the blue and small big on the red side. Onto the casting desk, Malta has also mentioned, but obviously let me mention it myself as well. I am Ray, and I'm joined by him, the only one, Malsum. So with it, let's dive into the game. Classic rotations will most likely see the first engage coming on the turtle pit.
So it's all deeply rely on who rotates better. And talking about the rotation, of course, it is going to be Farsa with the fast lane here. And would it be a first blood already? Survive it out for now, but the basic attack and flickers on active. That's messy from the small big, of course. It's small big again, making those play and flicker. It is never an escape mechanism. It is the kind of spell you use to engage. But look at this mid lane damage trade.
A little bit of HP trade between the roamers, but I really love the fact that they picked the Farsa for, of course, her high tier mobility, the bird form, of course, and they used it to the perfection because Yu Zhong before that level 4, he's very vulnerable because not even level 4, I would say level 3, because most Yu Zhong, they have the first and second skills. Those exactly do not give you the dash, so they cannot escape. And Yu Zhong's come in with a petrify. So because of that, it was pretty obvious he would be getting taken down. And the Farsa, that immense damage, he could not take it. And with it, first blood, of course, into the hands of Small. But Zushin, you better watch out because that you're all alone. And the other side, at least one good thing, Farsa doesn't have the flicker, so she's gonna be okay. But the turtle comes in. But the Fanny coming in here with the steel cables. Now she got a kill flicker being used. But the energy would not be sufficient enough. Lancelot comes in with the dash. He is going to be able to get a kill. No, the triangle already being used. The Phoebus is also into the scene. But they will retreat, at least for now, for the turtle. It looks like Lancelot might be able to get it unless the Fanny has to see a different thing.
Artemis, great timing, great dashes, but however, it is Fanny who isn't going to be participating. But the HP is bars down already here, Ray.
Absolutely. And with it, looks like another engage comes in, but Yu Zhong will get the revenge kill onto the Messi, will take down the Farsa, and right now he's still gonna be going in, try to take some HP trade, but the Black Dragon form expires. So right now, looks like they're trying to make a mind. Do they go in? Do they go out? But look at the Grok coming in with the Wild Slash, and he will take the kill on Zushin. Double kill secured for Night Fury. The Sovius is, of course, one of the strongest suits. This guy does not die, and without that anti-heal, I definitely think they should be a little bit more careful. He's still going in. He was low HP, but right now he's gotten it back. Lancelot, what do? His buff is gonna get invaded. That orange asset might just get lost out here, or do they get for the turtle? But let's look at that. Messi still does have the ultimate, might just go in with the, of course, the feathered airstrike pops in, and look at the damage being dished out as well. But Yu Zhong wants to go in but doesn't have the form yet. Fanny comes in as well, looking for the steel cables combo, but doesn't really find it. Just for a little bit poking. Crimson Beacon used in the back line just to retreat, but with it, looks like they will just disengage. The turtle fight, quite of an extending one, they still keep going and going, but till now they have not stopped yet, Malsum.
It is a continuous turtle fight. The turtles spawn at 2 minutes, and at the top lane also both gold laner are doing an excellent job trading out their bows, trading out their damages, and in short they are just keep on poking each other. But at the bot lane here, Ailu, oh my god, you are going to get a real hard target very soon. It is already 5-2 when it comes to the gold difference, and on the other side it's small big taking the lead for now. Vitality Sport doing a great job. However, they need a really better position, especially Gato trying to let him front lane. It all relies on his stone. If he make wrong move, then it is going to be a big banger.
Oh my god, Lancelot absolutely decimated from the damage coming in from the Farsa. Fanny going in, but looks like she will get punished by the Zushin. And right now, Yu Zhong with the Black Dragon form trying to dish out the damage with the Essence. Wants to go in, but at the same time realizes he can't exactly go so deep and his form will expire. Yu Zhong still looking for the target into the Zushin, but gets lifted up. AOG popped into the back line looking like he will try to do something, but it's not going to be enough because at the end, he's a tank. and he gets bursted out of the map as well. Messi with the 3 kills, an absolute domination from this mid laner, and looks like this turtle might go into their hands unless the Lancelot has to say something else. He's trying to use the dashes, but I don't think it might be enough. He will get zoned out as he needs to retreat with, of course, the feathered airstrike. Might just take him down as well. Messi with 4 kills on his name. He does not stop. But into the bottom lane, what's happening? Looks like the Phobius wanted to go in a little bit deep, but will poke and just retreat for now.
The first turtle spawned at 2 minutes and the second turtle spawned at 4 minutes. But the second turtle was spawned at 4 minutes, and it is around 2 minutes and a few seconds long that they were contesting and fighting for the turtle. Particularly in the top lane, it seems Harriet got a little bit of an isolation, allowing Small Big to secure one more kill. It is 9-3 so far. Small Big literally dominating the game, and when it comes to isolating a hero, picking off a hero, Small Big are just so good with that. Vitality Esport, it all relies on the Jujin, but to fully rely on Jujin for now, they need to let Ray play in the game itself, isn't it? But right now, it is 10-3, lots of ways for the side of Team Vitality Esport to turn things around, but Messi with a feather airstrike, but it landed last blow, but misses. Here comes Penny.
Gives the finishing blow. Great sidestep from Sale, but I think he should have just retreated from that positioning. I think he was expecting a flicker alt combo, so because of that, he still stayed in his zone. But Fanny saw it like an eagle and targeted immediately into the top lane. The Lancelot over there looks like he wanted to go for a target. Of course, the marksman Plutoski, but does not get a kill. Artemis right now retreating towards his turret. Phobius also coming into the scene. Night Fury having such a great advantage. There's 2 dashing heroes, and he's getting his ultimate so frequently that he has become that grasshopper, a kangaroo, whatever you'd say, but he's jumping around so much. They gotta find a way to clip those wings from the Farsa as well as the Phobius, because even he's flying right now from everybody's head.
It's 11-3, looking back to the score here, and this is going to be the second turtle of the game, or maybe the very last turtle itself here. Oopsie, getting all those kind of damages, but still sustain it out. He's just too tanky, and on the top side it seems there's an isolation, or maybe even like a 1v1 fight here. Both teams are just so ready, but at the same time it is against Small Big, who are literally in charge of the game for now. Even the red buff get invaded, forcing Artemis to back off using lots of his skill, but looks like we might see another interesting fight here.
Absolutely, the Phobius is going in into the scene. Look at the Grok coming in with the ultimate killing spree secured for Ilo. Gets into a little bit of a bag, but onto the other side, the Harriet is also getting the kills. Meanwhile, the bottom lane is a full-on slaughter. A massacre that's going on. The Phobius refuses to die until the moment Artemis secures that kill. Grok uses the flicker to get out of the situation, but great execution coming in from Artemis. Double kill secured. And right now, he's looking for a little bit more, but the Fanny, understanding the danger, will cable out of her way. Might go for the turtle right now for Artemis, but the Fanny does have the retribution to make up for it. Not to mention the Farsa is also coming in back. Artemis understands the situation, tries to reposition himself, waits for the teams to back up, but look at Messi coming into the scene as well. Look at the Fanny dishing out so much damage, but the energy will be lost, will retreat for now. But it looks like this final turtle will go into their table because they are in a better position to get it. 5 members all the way bottom, and they will get this one. With it, looks like they're making a little bit of a clapback because Harriet on the top secures 2 kills for his team, giving this massive advantage.
Both teams are doing just so great, and the gold reaching the equalizer already. Would it be a pick-off? And MEA extending it too much. Everyone doesn't care about saving their ultimate skill. It is just the heavy crossbow and starting to spam all those feather airstrike coming from side of Small Big. They would like to dive in a little bit deeper, but he got those jump away from all harms. But looks like top might be another setup that we would like to entertain.
Absolutely, they are trying to position into the top lane, a little bit of movement in the bush. The Fanny coming in with the cables, the primary target being the mage, which is of course Sail on that Zushin. Mega kill secured for Ilo. The Grok comes in with the Heavy charge will take down the Harith along with him. 3 members left, but of course the Gatot Kacha far away there. Top lane getting contended over the Lancelot with the dashes, wants to defend it, and he's able to clear the minions for now. Gatot Kacha looking for a position to get in, looks haunts the Gatot Kacha, but not enough, sorry, the Grok, not enough damage, and with it, they will back off for a little bit while the top lane still secured and still kept in. But Ubzi over here trying to pressure the mid lane a little bit to push it to get a little bit of macro advantage.
Actually, what happened was that small big were having a really hard time trying to mark the Jujin, especially even though FEAI is going to get a pure advantage again, a squishy hero, especially like
Absolutely.
those Jujin mages, but he cannot cable it out, but he decided to adapt himself slowly. He knows that he can't use his cable every time, decided to go for the basic attack, and with all those combo and slowly secures the kill. And if the Jujin is not there, there's no DPS and also no more knockup, allowing small big to literally dive into those team fight. And yeah, that was
True.
a easy team fight win coming from the side of small big, but right now it's going to be a turtle fight coming up, and even the blue buff is being stolen away here. Messi, you are not just good in the football scenario, even in the mobile 5v5. How are you dominating everything? Of course, Cristiano Ronaldo might be the ambassador of the EWC, but when it comes to the gaming section, when it comes to the field, it is again Messi. Oopsie, would it be a big sorry? But not yet, as he's in the safe zone. If anything happens, the wild charge is ready to connect. So is Night Fury, and even the heavy crossbow Pitoski reach on time. But look at this side.
Into the top lane, a little bit of poke came in, of course, from the previous Night Fury, trying to get his, of course, ultimate stacks in. But what is happening over there? Kacha comes in with the AOG, has to reach it out of the scene. Yu Chong will get taken down right now, but the scene will not stop because the Harriet coming in with the chrono dashes with his Amad Force. To see how the damage will be take down. Night Fury, Lancelot secures the kill, and with it, they make a trade 2 for 2. But FEAI wants to change it, but looks like she's the one getting changed because shut down. Revenge kill secured for Zushin, as Riz will also take down the Irithel, and with it, they're on a 4-man down. The Farsa has to retreat, but not before Sale makes a mistake, gets into the wrong position, and gets taken down. With it, they are in for the Lord. They can clear it out. Farsa, I'm not sure what you should do. Probably should retreat. Just trying to give some vision maybe. But yeah, this is a Lord secured. Very confident Messi. Just flying over there. But cannot do anything as the Lord will go into the hands of Vitality.
Literally a game-changing avatar of the Guardian, I should say, coming from MJ.
Absolutely.
And all the follow-up from this Yu Zhong, I can't read his name, maybe Feng Shu Wang Ru. But damn, those combos coming from both their front laner is ace us. But look at the big mistake that just happened. Even the Yu Zhong looks like a marksman just now. A Lu dancing around with the cables, but it is Rise with the outplays. And Night Fury wants to go for the sweet revenge, but he is an EX laner, a fighter after all, who can't blink with the Phobias. Fight might be interesting. The main hype caster that you are witnessing was Ray. He's a host, but we'll say a host can't hype, isn't it? Want to witness more epic fight is coming, ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely, because look at that, into the mid lane, they're really pressuring with the Lord walking in, but they are not just able to just yet because the pressure's still there. They cleared the wave, have a little bit of good wave management with the Grok and everything. But Zushin will get labeled, but look at the flicker, pops in, will be able to get back, but Lancelot into the back lines, will be taking a kill, but look at Lancelot, might be able to survive at the end, he does. AOG into the back lane, the Phobius will still keep on continuing to fight, and Black Dragon Form comes in as well. The FEAI going in with the cables, not enough energy to just do anything. Will go back for now, at least. Yu Zhong still fighting into the scene. Grok caught in the midst of it, but the flicker will be used to just get out of the scene, and with it, they will be pausing up a little bit, but look at that, Night Fury will be falling down from the hands of the Harriet with the chrono dashes, killing spray secured for Artemis. 14-19 score. Vitality Esports coming back with the clap back, but look at the mid lane, still getting pressure there. Lancelot wants to go in with the dashes, but he's a little bit, not enough waves. FEAI coming back, looks like wants to take down the target, but Gatot with the armor will be surviving with 1 HP left, and they will go back, at least for now.
What a match that we are witnessing tonight in the very last night, shall we say? No, not the last night yet. It's more like the second last night for all the multicasters to join us. But damn, the matches that we have watched so far really entertain us, and it feasts our eyes, ladies and gentlemen. It is 19-4 coming to the side of Small Big with 19 kills and 14 kills coming from the side of Vitality Esport. When it comes to securing a kill, of course, it is Small Big, but what is more important, it is the objective secured, and that is what Vitality Esport are really good at. And when it comes to the team fight, of course, they ace it as well, but when it comes to the pick-off plays, it is against Small Big who turn things a little bit into their favor again. So it is 14 minutes of the game. The Lord is going to be enhanced real good, and all the inhibitor, even if it is not valid, or even if it is valid, there's no more Holy Guard to protect it anymore. So it all relies on who secured the Lord, who plays each other around, and obviously the kind of Artemis is playing right now, baiting your opponent, dragging around their places, and risk almost dying the game. But that was a really good place, I should say, because Alu, he can literally join the fights again, but Harry the Flicker, he has to wait 2 minutes.
Oh, Sail will get taken down by the Grox. Wild charge into the backline. The Gatot will still be continuing defining Black Dragon form into the backline. AOG could not even be used as he gets taken down, eliminated. And right now the Assassin has to go back. But look at the Harriet coming into the scene. Does he have the chrono dashes and Zaman Force? Yes, he does. And he does the outer damage, but the Flicker will be used. But Lancelot comes in with the clutch. Will secure that monster kill for his team. Securing the kill from the Grok. Taking down one member at a time. But that's a 3 versus 4. Still, the macro control, the pressure is into their hands, because look at them, they're retreating because of the lane pressures being built. But Fanny coming back, wants to go for something, but Yuzhong, that is not a good move. You don't exactly have the Black Dragon form, have to be a little bit patient. But Messi secures that Wishing Lantern, a little bit more damage, and of course MJ, better watch out, it's gonna be hurting you more with that HP based.
Lots of changes just happened now. The Lord is a Lord Grand starting from side of Vitality Sport. Messi providing, even the Mage is providing a vision right now. Games is really getting intense here. And for the side of Vitality Sport, are they going to go straight with the Lord?
Okay, the Lord fight will begin. Clutch steal from ILO. AOG into the backline. Phobius trying to get into the scene, but Artemis will secure a godlike. Roar will get taken down right now, and they have to get back, but that seal from the Fanny will be changing the pace of the game again, as small big will be the one leading the charge back again. Is it? Or will they have to play defensive, and this Lord, it's just buying them a little bit more time also.
Oh my gosh, it is a turn by turn, play by play. You lead this time, we lead this time. What is happening with Artemis? Will he survive for now? Yes, with the help of Ross, Thorn does survive it for now. But Halo, literally being able to secure the kill. Yes, the Lord is strong. We are talking about the Lord being strong already, right? It is the level 2 Lord already here. And if they are going to give this Harry the free time, it is going to be another giveaway to the Lord here. Actually, they could push it a little bit farther, small bit, maybe pressuring another lane and opening up a little bit so that they can go deeper. Might be a better choice, I'm not sure, but it's a kill coming from Alo. Fight wants to extend in many ways by both parties, but look at top lane, so juicy here.
Absolutely, they take down an inhibitor right now, and they're gonna be pressuring even more Irithel with the heavy crossbow, and the build almost, I think it's done, dishing out so much critical that even the Yuzhong cannot really take it to the face. And for now, with it, 18 minutes into the game, small big with that Lord clutch steal coming in. Alo looking for an angle. Look at the pressure coming in. Grok comes in with the charge, doesn't really hit anyone, but look at the damage being dished out. Yuzhong has to retreat to the fountain. Harriet with the chrono dashes will be able to take a kill. Sail will secure the kill into the Night Fury, and Lancelot trying to go into the backline. Crimson Beacon into the top, looking like they want to get a kill into the Grok, but it's not going to be enough. Roar going into the back lane, but the Harriet goes in. The damage is there and might be able to secure, but Alo with the killing spree will take down Yuzhong and go back securely at 20%. Nah, 5% of his HP left. And Lancelot trying to get some dashes in. Wants to take down the Irithel, but AOG into the back end would not be connecting on that orange buff. But it's all gonna be okay. Farsad just zoning out, nothing much happening into the map. Other than that, they are just chasing, and we'll just buy out some time. Alo into the bush, looking for some target. But for now, they will regroup and wait for some time.
Already 9 minutes of the game here, ladies and gentlemen. Team Small Big, they were the one leading entirely the early game, and right now when it comes to the late phase of the game, they are back to dominate the game. Why? Bot lane, top lane, and mid lane inhibitor being secure already here. Even if a Fanny is being locked here, he can still find lots of ways to escape because it's a Fanny for a reason. The Lord is going to spawn within a few seconds, and Small Big, even if they are outnumbered right now, even if two heroes are not surviving, they are going to have lots of advantage. You want to know why? Because all the land for mid and the top inhibitor is being secured when it comes to the inhibitor, allowing their minions to get those bulky, chunky armor. But look at here, Night Fury, will he survive? Flicks it out for now. But Reese, he is so excited, even used the Zaman Force in place, but forcing Night Fury, his flicker was literally worth it, as a 20-second cooldown and a 120-second cooldown trade is going to change the entire scenario for this particular Lord fight. But Reese doesn't have enough, but need to make sure he doesn't extend it too deep. Alo does enjoy the dance around, but
Brock comes in, shot down into the hands of Riz, and it's not looking good. They just lost two of their crucial members with one beautiful engage from OPZ, and with it Messi also dishing out the damage, giving the final blow. Obviously it went to the hands of Grog, but oh my god, Malsom, I don't think Harriet was expecting it. He does have the flicker still, he was just not prepared to dodge it. The rock just came too fast and could not survive it, and with it it's looking grim because they don't have any inhibitors.
Not forgetting, this is the level 3 Lord. You let this Lord enter your crystal, he needs only 3-4 swing to destroy any crystal. It doesn't matter about the HP. And right now Messi is in a good position. Alo might eventually force some spell or maybe even a skills, but decided to play it slow for now because with the right engagement they could end the game. It's all eyes on Mr. Ray for now.
Absolutely, because look at that, they're trying to go for an engaged Black Dragon form being used, trying to get them into misposition, but is it gonna be enough? The damage being dished out. Look at the feathered S-Strike as well. Night Fury will get the kill into Artemis. The Lord is already into the base. Risk will get taken down by the Grok. 3 members already down, but it doesn't really matter about what's happening because the base will get chunked down. The Nexus will be secured for Small Big as they get this game. GG.
Oh my gosh, what an intense match coming from both the side of Small Big and Vitality Esport. Of course they do deserve the GG, the biggest GG in this entire tournament. This might be the most intense match that we have witnessed in this entire tournament itself, or maybe even if there is, this might be at least the second most interesting matches we have ever witnessed. And of course there is a Zuzin, isn't it? It would be interesting for a reason. And oh my gosh, Ray, what do you think about that match? But before that, Vitality Sport, let's just talk about their gold laner ones, like how both the marksman or more like the Harriet and the Iritel were playing. To be honest, Iritel was doing a great job, but she was playing more of like a defensive plays.
Absolutely.
Just waiting for his allies, doesn't try to do the solo plays, which is not the best thing that we recommend with a marksman, but there are times when they can single-handed, isn't it? But for Harriet, he always finds the opening. Do you think that it was more of Vitality Sport, that it is not the goal particularly, but it's more of the synergy that they are lacking? And for the side of Small Big, the synergy was a little bit better as compared to Vitality Sport.
Absolutely, I agree with you because you can clearly see the micro. Of course, the Harriet won out almost a 1v2 on the top and was able to secure 2 kills that gave them such a massive lead on that bottom lane engage, because of course numbers game. In the top they were too busy and they get taken out. This is a 4v3 on the bottom. Yes, they lost a member, but hey, they captured 2 kills. Oh, I definitely think it was, the micro is amazing, but I think Gatot has to be a little bit more involved, and all as well as the, I think the synergy was amazing in the sense because everybody had one responsibility, like their own, you know. The Fanny was pressuring the Zushin to use the Crimson Beacons early on so she could not pressure to Grok to go back. And every time the Grok was in the scene, we saw it. Those wild charges into the wall, it was creating havoc. And in that last team fight that shut down onto that Harith was a critical moment because without the Harith, they lose their majority of their peel, burst, whatever you would call it, because the Harith is their main ADC in this game. And losing him just basically meant a death sentence as they could not go for a Lord engage. Lancelot is obviously not exactly a tank jungler that can try to do it and does not exactly have the most. I mean, he does have, but compared to the Fanny, his mobility comes close to the second. The Fanny with that, I would definitely say everybody has their own part to play, but the side of small, big, they played it more perfectly. They were, I would just say they were better. I don't think the side of Vitality played bad, but the other side, they put in more work. And it was visible. But hey, game 2, ladies and gentlemen, for best of 3 series. So boys and girls, if you haven't gotten any popcorn yet, it might not be your taste. Get some chips, I guess, because it might be a long series. We might see a third game also because these two teams, they are hungry. They wanna go for it.
Exactly, and with that being said, everyone, welcome back to the MEX FEAI Grand Fest Season 1. This is the Mobile Legends 5v5 in this Grand Fest category particularly, and in case you do not know, a total of 8 teams are coming to Mizoram Ardeng Trauma Bowl, and this is not just going to be interesting, even one caster outside Mizoram is going to be invited as well, and which would be revealed on 13th September. And yes, from this previous conclusive day, we have seen different caster each 2 nights, and yes, one of them are going to be our main caster, our hype caster for this LAN event particularly. Isn't it interesting? And not forgetting, in this 16, 17 and 18 itself on the LAN, it is not just going to be a one game particularly, it is going to be multiple games, and even those vending machine, those punching stuff and all that, I am not so sure how do they call it, but come on, those kind of machine and lots of great thing is going to be there. And let's not forget, for all the foodies out there, lots of good foods, lots of good stuff, material, everything is going to be there. Make sure, even if you are not a team, not an esport fan or anything, this is such a great thing. You won't see it every time. You might even see one time or maybe after every decade. So make sure you book here to get in advance so that you can get those juicy discounts and of course be one of the special guests here in Mizoram. And with one advantage into their side, this is already match point for the side of small big. For the side of Vitality Sport, they need to make those reverse sweep a 2-1 to get back to the one step closer, I should say, to the LAN event. And here comes another LAN slot. Maybe this is the way how to lance, or maybe for side of Vitality Sport, do you think that a Yisenshin should be picked out?
Usually in the Lancelot and Yushin matchup, it mostly boils down to the Yushinshin's farming capability. If he's invading, if he's getting the farm up, Yushinshin is one of the strongest farmers in the game, legit. And I think that's what's gonna happen, because sometimes I've seen it, Yushinshin with level 15, meanwhile the opponent jungler is still level 9. Let me tell, obviously, I think this is kind of glazing territory, but I saw Zohunt that day in NCC, of course, Dusty Mizo there, with a Yushinshin. He was level 15, opponent Ling was level 7. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? He did not give him a single resource. Genuinely. That is how aggressive they were. I know that's why they're one of the best teams, of course, and looking forward to them as well. But with it, at least for now, let's focus into the present, which is, of course, Vitality. I love that name, man, because, of course, we have it on Southeast Asia as well. Vitality! It would be so nice to shout their name out. But hey, onto the other side, small big. I think their name means a lot of things, but for as a caster, I'll take it that they have really good micro and macro, right? Small big. Anyways, into it. Lancelot and Lapu secure this time around. They also get the fish lady. Messi this time gonna be going underwater, trying to become a swimmer, and might just take out this bird lady on the other side, who might not see her coming, if you know, of course, because Farsa's blind. Anyways, with it, let's see what the pick will come in. last pick, will they equalize it with an EXP lane, make it so the draft is of course mirroring each other? Yep, they're gonna go with that.
Great choice coming from side of Vitality Esport. I was quite into the side of small big the moment they pick the Lancelot and then follow up with this Lapu Lapu. This is just so good. And from the side of Vitality, picking this Farsa is a little bit too early. Even if they could grab this Esmeralda who can literally counter this Lapu Lapu, it is just a single hero that it is going to counter for now. Heroes like Kadita in the early phase can still one-shot an Esmeralda. Even if Esmeralda get a full item, it is again this Kadita who can literally one shot. You want to know why? Because Esmeralda is some more of a mage hero. Somehow she's adjusted into the tank category, but still she is somehow a mage, still making her squishy. She got those kind of attributes to make her squishy. That is why Esmeralda can still be one-shotted by this Kadita.
Absolutely.
I hope that Vitality Esport are well prepared for all those coming things, and at the same time, a Gato ban, this is not something that I should prefer for the side of small big to pick, but still it's more like Vitality Esport might like to narrow it down so that as when Kadita is literally being zoned out, Farsa can land those feather air strike. And of course when we are talking about the Yi Senshin, those fast farm, and if you are pressuring it right, it is just going to be so good. But Ray, there's one thing that I would like to share it with you also, because this Lapu Lapu, for me particularly, this is a triple S tier hero right now.
Absolutely.
For me. The reason is that if you are picking heroes like Yi Senshin, a Lancelot, or just pick any squishy hero, even the Fredrin, or maybe unless it's a Barat, or maybe if you are going for the Kaja jungle, this Lapu Lapu Lapu, he would fly out of nowhere with the bravest warrior and start slashing you. If you try to run away, not a chance, because he's going to CC you for some quite of a time. And if you try to burst him out, he would, literally start getting all those sustain, strengthen himself up, and you thought you are going to kill him. No, he's going to start pumping up all those shield. Even if an Esmeralda is there, she won't sustain that long in the early phase of the game. Esmeralda, Yi Senshin, Farsa, they rely on the allies for the time being, but for this Lapu Lapu, he doesn't need his allies. He needs a minion, that's all, to sustain. And with that being said, the first 5 phase ban from both sides is being drafted out. I'm quite surprised with this code ban, but let's see, as it is a 4 gold laner ban coming from the side of small big. Can we expect a Nathan?
A Nathan as well as maybe a Bruno. No, there's no way. There's no way they will pick a Lela. There's just no way. But hey, if it happens, I welcome it. I would love to see it. But of course, few things. Of course, I would also love to mention Lapu Lapu is, of course, I would definitely say one of the most flashiest EXP laner because he's part assassin. So he got that assassin flashiness to it, and obviously he can go into the back line, can make those plays. So for me, also, I agree with you. It's a SS tier hero easily. Maybe there might be other better EXP laners in the future with adjustments and everything, but this guy in that flashy department, he sells it the best. But I definitely think that Gatot Kacha is banned out for, of course, just like you mentioned, the Farsa. They don't want the zoning. They don't want the Farsa to be in a threat. When she's being stationary, a Gatot can jump on top of her. Not to mention the first 3 heroes, Alo, Night Fury, and Messi that they have picked up. It's all dive in. They did not want another hero to contribute to that dive in composition. And because of it, not to mention they had the Hylos in mind, I think, and because of it, they were like, we get the Hylos, we ban out the Gatot. So basically, that's 2 dive-ins eliminated out from the roam position, and they were right, because look at that. They have to go in with the Belleric, but the Belleric with the Flicker Rat of the Dryad can also kind of serve the same purpose as a Tigreal. So if I do see it happen, it would be spicy. But on the other side, if we have Messi, we might get the Neymar. And there we go, Risk coming up with the Bruno. So might be an equal field tonight, but there's a Cowboy, a Rockstar, a badminton player, well, I guess we never know. The Clint coming in as well. It's gonna be an interesting match, Molson, because it might be make or break, especially for Vitality.
There's a high chance that we could get a 2-0 in this match, particularly as small pick decided to pick this lane. Is going to give him an advantage in the lane, early to mid, literally in the hands of Clint. But somehow, again, just like the previous game, if Vitality Esport find ways to extend the game, and take us or let it reach 15 minutes. Of course, it would be just Vitality Esport into the game. And however, having the high loss, I'm quite skeptical since better heroes such as the Kufra, or maybe even if you don't pick the Kufra, at least picking a Ruby might able to change lots of things. And for this particularly, Bruno is going to be really impactful. But come on, you get the Yi Shin, why not go for a Ruby Gold? But however, there are lots being to say here. I'm not going to make the intro, but the intro, we got one of the best hosts. I mean, I want to say the best, but it is quite like one-sided for the others. So I would just conclude it like one of the best hosts we have in this MOBA 5v5 India. So the intro is yours.
Of course, but before the intro, looks like MJ he was waiting for the intro, but since he did not get it, looks like he was disappointed. But hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the land of dawn. This is obviously Grandfest 1 MEA x FEAI, and we have Small Big versus Vitality Esports. Small Big with 1 pointer with such an intense game, but looks like a pause has been requested, but no, it will continue. But with it, we're going to be diving into this game, and it's going to be exciting because Vitality, they are on a thread. Let's see what they can do. Into the casting desk, myself, I am Ray, and joining me is of course the charming Molsom, and let's see how this game plays out. I'm really excited, but MJ might be facing some internet issues, man. You know, it happens on Northeast, especially with Geo and stuff, right? But anyways, Molsom, I think the Bruno is definitely picked because they kind of want the late game, you know, because Ruby, she's a little bit more utilitarian, but let's see what will happen, right?
I guess, yeah, that is quite alright to say so far. Mountain Sugar does land it but doesn't land on the right hero. If it lands on the right hero, who knows that we might see a First Blood or maybe a Flicker at least being forced out. And on the bot lane side here, we have seen a lot of action happening, but for now we have to focus on the upcoming objective fight such as the Turtle or maybe securing those level 4 to make a better place. And right now Katida Messi is already level 4 and 4. Oh, almost a First Blood. I mean, it's another kill coming from side of Small Big. Oh, come on. And are they going to give away the level 4? Messi overstay a little bit, but still allowed, oops, sorry, to reach level 4. And look at that bravest warrior. That is what we are talking about. Just see him. He's just so annoying. He still have the flicker. If Artemis wants to extend even one step, look how annoying he is. The most annoying hero, the strongest, the bravest warrior as well. Going to the red invasion.
Going for the red invasion. Oh my god, Purify combo, not Purify, Petrify combo came in. I mixed it up because it can get complicated sometimes, because look at the complications that right now the Yushin has to face. Needs to go back from the goal because the Wrath of the Dryad almost caught him out. And Esmeralda trying to provide a little bit of backup. She's level 5 though, quite ahead of Night Fury, because of course she stayed for the minions, but right now will go back, at least for now. The mid laner though will get level 4 only now, along with MJ. The turtle secured for the hands of Small Big, leading with 3 kills.
Yup. And yeah, let me just talk more a little bit informative for now as regarding the post, just in case we need more info for the audience side. Actually, we have provided all the rules and regulation, even posted in Instagram publicly so that each and everyone can see it. But look at here, Messi with the rough wave. Okay, okay, giving us a chance for now, Toski. But oh my gosh.
Plutoski, was that a misposition? He got caught out and taken down when Messi should have been the one taking the Farsa down, but of course the the Petrify was not there. But look at the Engage popping in. The Hylos has to retreat from there. Mountain Chalker comes in. Yushin will dash out of the trouble, but is it enough? He's still trying to go back, and it is enough. He will go back for now. 3-4-1 score still remaining. Multiple recalls into the map. An early game forcing your opponent to go back, lose out on few minutes. That is a good macro play.
Lots of micro play, and at the same time, I guess Plutoski was a little bit trapped long in that first tier turret, allowing the turret to go for the final blow. And Farsa, she got the hell ignition, it is in it, but no worries as Ailu is always right on time to go for those sweet revenge. And MJ, come on, at least spare the turret for now. Rose Thorn needs a kill, and for Esmeralda, she can sustain it all out because she's quite thick. I mean, talking thick in the sense with all those shields
Absolutely.
that she can generate. Ray, don't think another thing. We're talking about those shields that she has for now. It's 5-1, small, big, looking really good into their side. The smell of 2-0 is coming, but as we already mentioned, if we reach 15 minutes marks of the game, it might be different.
Bravest fighter coming in. Look at the damage being dished out. Farsa coming in as well, but the rest of the Dryad into the backline pauses the ultimate. Feather airstrike cancels out. Esmeralda still going in. Mounted Shocker deployed into 3 people, but Esmeralda trying to go into the backline. Really wants the kill. Getting secured by Oopsie will get taken down. Oh my god, Messi also a double kill secured. But for now, they're trying to retreat back, but the sun comes in. Execution will get used, but is it enough damage? Comes in with a triangle, but will not take down anyone just yet. MZ might just secure it, but Sail with that confidence. Sprint retribution used. Ice, but is it enough? Gets the minions, wants to go in, might get a kill. Sail will survive it. Killing spree secured for Roar. I just checked it. The translation says his name is Roar for the Japanese one, but not sure how accurate it is, but I'm calling him Roar for now.
Alright, that makes sense. And what the turnover come from the side of Team Vitality Sport. Esmeralda literally with those impressive rotation turn the game literally into their side. For now, for the time being, just for the time being, is 3-1. Small we can still get the game back into direction as the turtle is going to spawn within a few seconds. But while Night Fury with the Lapu still clearing the lane might not be the smartest decision, but the turtle is still far away. Why not secure the turret? Maybe Artemis is here to slow him down. He wants to fight so bad. But talking about fight, mid lane, they are trading lots of bow. But for now, the turtle is going to spawn real soon. They won't invest so much in the fight, especially the spell. But look at that Canida with the rock wave. That's messy for a reason. The turtle's going to spawn within few seconds. Everyone are ready because this upcoming fight is going to be real intense again.
Ooh, into the mid lane. Wrath of the Dryad forces Oopsie to just stay there. Gets taken down. But look at the bravest fighter, Night Fury, into the back line. But his enhanced attack lands on minions. MJ with the taunting. But look at the last one. Comes in with the shing. Gets the kill, Ilo. And he will go back. But onto the other side, Artemis will do the same. Get a kill. But wow, those slingshings, they were spicy. It was an ASMR to my ears. But with it, the turtle, Artemis is on the turtle pit. Alo too far away to get the last one. 8-7 scoreboard right now. The gold remains the same.
Ray, I got a question. Who is Kyrie? I don't know Kyrie. I know Elu. The dash was smooth. We might even see more interesting clutch plays coming up soon. It seems he's going to go for those utility build as well, like a semi-tank. So this is going to be really interesting. I'm hoping to see those Elu 1v5 non-stop unlimited dash playing around here. But the Mountain Sugar when it turns around, but the rock wave saved the life of Messi for now. It's 8-7 when it comes to the kill. A slight advantage coming from the side of the blue, but for the side of red, objective is even lower.
Wrath of the Dryad opt in into that mid bush. A lot of damage being dished out. Look at the Hylos with the glorious pathway. Mega kill secured for Roar as they right now kind of want to pressure that mid lane turret. Mountain Shocker deployed just to zone them away. But Lapu getting a lot of damage into the face. The thick shields are there from the hands of Roar. And this EXP laner with 403. I think they gotta do something to burst him out, or he is gonna be causing a lot of troubles. But look at the bills for now, Malsom.
Esmeralda decided to go for this antic, which is really smart. Most of their damage output is coming out from a physical damage, and for Kajita particularly, it is best if she decided to mark those squishy hero instead for the time being. And yeah, unless Esmeralda is extending it too much and there's no one to do those impactful thing, it is best to go for those objective or maybe like those squishy hero as already mentioned. And yes, the itemization is going to matter a lot, and I don't know why Pulowski decided to go for this Berserker Burst Fury, it is going to be really useful, but unless you got some kind of penetration or maybe at least a damage that is bursting enough, like the Blade of Heptasis or maybe the Blade of Despair, Malefic Roar, or what about the Sea Hellberg? That is needed, isn't it? Without that, I don't think the damage would be enough, especially look at this Esmeralda. She's literally regenerating from everyone, and even if they try to out-sustain her all the upcoming shield, she eats it up. She is just so thick. The only way you can stop Esmeralda is just avoiding her for now. The Lord spawn, this is the first Lord of the game. Vitality Sport are in control of this Lord, and it looks like this might be a free.
Okay, Artemis secures the Lord. No issues on hands. Lapu Lapu wanted to provide some vision. Mountain Shock are deployed. The damage is there. Oopsie. We'll have to say sorry because he gets taken down right now. 8 to 9. Losing out the roamer. It's okay. He's a roamer and he'll be back by the time the Lord is there. But far, okay, Kadita providing a little bit of a vision. So far, looks like I think they should just wait. But oh, Lancelot looks like he has a little bit of other ideas. Goes in with the dashes, execution used. Doesn't have anything to retreat, but will survive it with the triangle. But Roar has a different little bit of a plan. Look at the Yushin Shield coming into the backline as well. Triangle immunes, just one hit, but it's not going to be enough. There's multiple coming in. Right now, Clint also getting a lot of pressure into the mid lane. The Lord's going to be walking in into that mid phase. Esmeralda sustaining so much the damage from the feathered airstrike. Messi has to get back. Night Fury coming into the scene as well. Lord walking in. There might be the shield, and I think it will be defendable. But look at that, the damage is gonna be there. Night Fury comes in with the bravest fighter just to zone them out, and I think they'll be successful at defending this Lord. Oh, the Petrify comes in from Messi, takes a kill into the Farsa, and with it, a successful defense and a kill secured for the hands of small big.
Small big, it looks like they might get a better draw, they might get a better advantage when it comes to the hero, but right now it looks like it comes down to the comfort for Vitality Sport. To be honest, the way Vitality, I mean small big are playing, they are not looking like they're using their comfort heroes. I mean Alo is doing a really great job dancing around, but Night Fury particularly, Lapu, he can actually dive in 1v5 also. The more enemy, the more the mirror, we can even say. And it's more like Esmeralda is doing the Lapu job right now. So I think small big, even if they get the better job, why not go for your comfort instead? Because comfort matters a lot here. And for the talking about comfort here, it is just Vitality Sport with all their comfort coming to their side. I'm not sure how Reese is going to play this Bruno because it is just the mid stage of the game here. Nothing much a Bruno can do typically. But when we are talking about the small details, just look what Vitality Sport are doing. High loss literally standing like a statue, and Esmeralda being thick as much as she could. They can't do anything. They are just so tanky. And as already mentioned, the mistake coming from this Clint item is affecting them a lot, and there isn't any first item glowing one as well which affect them. The genius one is great, but the glowing one is needed a lot. So right now small big are literally just punishing themselves. Artemis even getting the solo kill here. Even the Petrify is being missed out. So lots of misplays. Small big doesn't look good here.
Oh, into the bottom lane. Lapu wants to retreat, uses the bravest fighter to just dash away. Rat of the Dried being used defensively just to pressure them a little bit back. Lapu trying to get the wit's hand, gets the shield, but the shield only gives the advantage to this Esmeralda with those thick shields. Monster kill secured, and with it, this time around, Roar having the best time with this Esmeralda with a comfort pick. Lapu, the defensive plays are not working, as right now a Lord has been secured, and with it looks like they're gonna be pressuring it, but Esmeralda still comes in. Look at the damage into Oopsie, Flicker, used, and Seal would capture the kill, but Lancelot wants it to dash in, but cannot exactly find any target yet. They retreat. The Lord's gonna be marching in. The mid lane might be the last fight we see.
Plutoski, it's again down to Plutoski. Get the Sea Hellberg for now, but even if you get the Sea Hellberg, Antic is already be built in advance, and also the Oracle is there to grant us extra shield here. Doesn't look good when it comes to try their best to burn down this Esmeralda, but let's see how the last fight maybe plays around as the Lord is going straight into the crystal.
Looks like they're not gonna be stopping because the Lord's already into the base, but our team is trying to do something into the back, and Night Fury finally wanted to do Lapo things, but it's a little bit too late. Not enough sustain. But Messi comes in with a double kill and might be a complete reverse clear out. Is it because Elu will secure a kill? No, it is Plutoski finally showing up, but oh my god, Messi with that clutch play. 4-man down into the hands of Vitality, and this will change the pace of the game completely as small big find a window to push a few turrets in.
Oh my gosh, am I seeing what I'm seeing? Can you pinch me one time? If I'm not reacting anything to it, you slap me 2-3 times to react properly. Messi, one of the best midfielder. He make the plays in football scenario, and even when it comes to the mobile 5v5 scenario, he makes the plays again. There's no way you can save Plutoski. Alo, you need to run away. The only way you can do is run. Even if you get a flicker, it won't save you, but the Belleric just right on time saves the game. Lancelot is going so deep. Will he do it? But the Mountain Sugar shocks it so bad. But it's Elu. If he does this, I can't say anything. But Artemis decided to go for the safe play, and it looks like 15-3. More of it. Turn by turn, play by play. Plutoski.
He will survive for now. Okay, right after the Dried being used, a lot of resources just dumped on to that Esmeralda. Not exactly preferred, but look at Lancelot trying to go into the backline. He will use the flicker to get out of the harm's way. But at the same time, right now, Alo getting sunk into a few people, but will go back for now. And looks like a pause has been requested, and it will be given. But for now, let's just wait as the game looks like it's getting really intense. They wanted a little bit of a timeout to really, get their shots into the game, because that play from Messi just changed the pace. But at the same time, one play is not enough when you don't exactly have inhibitors to defend, as the enhanced minions will keep on coming, and a single wrong wave management can lead to a backdoor, Malsum.
Exactly here, just like the previous game, number 1, top lane and mid lane being wide open, giving a wide room for the side of Vitality Esport. And let's not forget that, as we already mentioned clearly in the drafting stage, if they do not end the game before 15 minutes, it is going to be a big disaster coming from the side of small big. Why? Bruno is going to deal a ton of damage, and by now he's going to complete his itemization already. And Esmeralda, how will you burst her down with a clean? There's no way. And Kadita might be there, but we are talking about Kadita burst damage for the early to mid stage particularly. So it all lies down on how they are going to adjust the game, how they are going to adjust the match. We are going to be back as well. Are you ready? We are ready. The Lord's going to spawn within a few 20 seconds here. Both teams are doing a great job, but why not check their itemization so that we can get the idea to know how both teams are going to do those micro plays.
Absolutely. Looking at these items, Kadita, I definitely think, her burst was nice, but I think the rest of the members did contribute. The Holy Crystal still kind of lacking, but at least she has enough penetration to go through the defenses that the other side of Vitality has on their defensive heroes. On to the other hand, though, Clint going for a little bit of a what can I say, an unorthodox build. Not exactly the best, but look at the pressure comes in. The Lord will not be clutch stolen, but the pressure comes in. Alo has to get out, but the Hylos comes in with the glorious pathway, rolled into the back end, has to retreat for now. Rest of the Drive used defensively, but unstoppable, secure for Messi. Petrify combo. They take down one at the price of one as well of Oopsie, but looks like Godlight secured into the hands of Esmeralda, and with it looks like they are just gonna go into the base because the Lord's gonna be coming in. Okay, Halo looking for an angle to go for someone, but will not find anything just yet. There's only one jungler down. This is a 4 versus 3. Can they make a defense? Lord walks in. Might be a final slowdown.
This look really interesting. Alo need to do something real quick, as he's the only one who can sustain for now.
Oh,
but the ching moment
catch the kill on sale. The Lord, though, gonna be into the base, gonna be slashing in. Is it gonna be enough? Plutoski doing his absolute best, everything, but it's gonna be a game number 3 as Vitality Sports pushes it, makes a comeback, and as we will see the finalists on game 3 into this best of 3, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my gosh, what a match that we have just witnessed. And as already mentioned, our prediction does come perfectly, accurately in the end, but that's nothing to be flexed out. But what we are really excited and makes us happy, you want to know, guys, it is because we are going to witness a game number 3 in this intense match. And as we already say, they are the team that provide us one of the most interesting matches in this entire tournament itself. This is going to be why we are ready for the upcoming matches. And of course, let's not forget that this is between Vitality Esport and Small Big. They are not the top tier team. They are not from the Mythic leaderboard. They are not even in the leaderboard of the Elite, or neither also called as the underdog. They are just a junior team, but we can extend them. We can level up them to the underdog because they just proved themselves how good they are. There are lots of ways how this game is going to turn around, but for now, whoever goes for the second pick, the red team are the one who wins it. So we are going to define, is it a blue curse or is it going to be just a luck? Vitality Sport 1, Small Big 1. This is interesting. But right now, Ray, I think you have something to say.
Something to say? Well, I have a lot of things to say. You can specify which one do you want me to say? Because, well, first of all, I'm so happy to be here, of course, in this Grand Fest 1. I'm so happy to, everything you've told me about the event sounds so exciting. Oh, by the way, the vending machine that you were saying, you said the wrong word, but hey, emotions matter. I get what you meant, and that's what's important, isn't it? They're usually called arcade machines, and yeah, I'm looking forward to that as well. And obviously, Grand Fest, it's not exactly a MOBA 5v5 exclusive LAN event, is it? There's so many other tournaments gonna be happening there, right? So I'm really looking forward to all the games that will happen. And hey, I'm also looking forward to that caster that gets revealed on the 13th day. I'm looking so forward to that one. Of course, I will be wishing that it's me, of course, wishing that the best gets selected. But hey, even if I do not get invited, I'm gonna book a ticket because I want to see a fest like this because it's never happened before in Northeast. You have my word. I'm coming. I'm booking a ticket. And what are you waiting for? As soon as the ticket bookings open, are they open? I'm not sure. But if they open, make sure you book it because why not? It's a Grand Fest. Yes, there's going to be MOBA 5v5 LAN events happening all throughout the year. We've had one, of course, by Don't say recently, as obviously the last one in Mizoram. We also have another one coming in a few months, right? But a Grand Fest with BGMI, football, chess, something that is right now being recognized in the global scene. And only been this might be the first time I've actually heard of a chess tournament in a LAN event. Yes, we've had chess tournaments in our school, man, but that is 500 rupees and stuff. Very small. So I'm really looking forward to the whole event. And that is something that I really wanted to put out. I am gonna be there for sure. I really love festival events that focus in esports basically. But at the same time, I'm looking forward to the top 8 teams. That's the third thing. I'm looking forward to a new underdog that might rise up because just like you've said, these teams are not in Elite. I've obviously not heard of them, but seeing their plays, I can easily say they are really up top. They can contend with one of the best in the Elite leaderboards easily because those gameplays, great. But absolutely, last game, I definitely think Night Fury played a little bit passive. I think that was a crucial point, and I would love to see if it differentiates in this game as we go in game number 3 of course, the Swiss stage elimination rounds. One good thing, they get 3 chances, right? Best of 3.
Yep.
But right now, both have given up 1, and it all boils down to the last match, a poetic end of one of those teams that will, they're playing from home, but you get the point. They'll go home, and one will of course go high up. Looking forward to that one. But hey, the draft is up. Looks like we're gonna be seeing a few familiar faces, but let's see what the decisions are gonna be because the draft is also a chess game, I would say.
Exactly, is the mind game. You need to think it really nice, or else this draft, I have gone through with many good teams as well, talk to them personally. Most of them are saying that every one of us, we have the same micro mechanics everything is somehow same. There might be someone who are superior than us. That is because they have played more game than us. They have a better chemistry with their current lineup. That is the only advantage. But beside that, there isn't much that is making a big impact difference between us. But the most impact thing is how the draft is made. It is not always about the counter draft for us, because for us it is the draft that is being countered, then it is again recountered by those items, and those items by switching item it is being countered again. That is the kind of thing that they used to talk about, and that is how they told me. So this draft is really crucial, and of course going for those comfort hero is a must when you reach the deciding match. Finally is Kale with those Farsa again. Of course she might be blind, but Harvera isn't it, never misses it. And talking about interesting matches upcoming, I would like to announce it proudly that second match, the first match is intense. We know there's nothing else that could compete it so far, but this upcoming second match, you want to know what? We have Dickinson's side, also known as Mr. Insane, Lord Insane Squad, and Shadowy Sport, the legend I7 squad. This is going to be one heck of a match, and the sad thing and the good news, one of them are going to be one step closer to the land of event as well. But the sad thing is that we have to say goodbye to one of those teams. And in case you want to know, those teams which are really close to advance to the land event as well, they just need one more wins, who are at the very top at the upper bracket series. That is IGN versus LCF, Polaris Esport versus Zohan. We are more cooking. Anarchy, also known as the Secret Shine, versus Dakusena. Seoul versus Lafukabi. It is so hot up there, but not as hot as some.
No, northeast, some states, man, they are just extremely hot. But one good thing, at least MEA is happening in October. It's not exactly the hottest time, right? But these hot picks are coming in, pouring in as well. We're gonna be discussing the draft, of course, but man, that upper bracket just sounds brutal, because I want every one of those teams to be there. What do you mean I can only choose one? It feels bad. And of course, Dickinson's and this team, Shadow Esports, one of the legends into the scene, i7, known globally. Right now, of course, he has become from a legend to a myth, but he's making a comeback, and it's always nice to see. But hey, Dickinson's as well. Of course, we have Insane, we got Doom, we got Corey Cutie, all those members, right? Well known in the community. DNS, I was also looking forward to them. Damn, you know, so happy that of course MEA x FEAI is doing this Grand Fest 1 with 8 teams in LAN events. Of course, this is, I think, one of the it's the rare LAN events where you have top 8 teams coming in. Usually it's only top 4, right? So it is so nice that more teams are getting the slots, but at the same time there's so many good teams that I wanted to be there that it's actually more than 8. But hey, that's fate. Wow, that rhymed. But anyways, talking about fate, let's see. There's a time traveler, and there's of course a guy with the violin. The Golin matchup is gonna be even more intense. But at the same time, also, what am I seeing? Alo gets Assassin back to back and back. And this time, it's gonna be the ninja. From steel cables, from a sword man to a ninja. This guy is gonna cook.
I should say. Oh my gosh, Ailu literally caught our eyes, because in this kind of meta, most of us would like to go for the Fragile already, but still doesn't stop entertaining us. And I should say, particularly, this is how I judge the player. They are a player who are very good, the top tier team, esport team, and then at the very top, I call them entertainers. You want to know why? Because they are entertainer, they are freestyler separately. Those entertainers are really good in the game, and at the same time they used to entertain us in the tournament series as well. And if we are going to talk about entertainer, we get lots of good stuff coming up soon, but right now Alo has entertained us the most so far, and this Esmeralda with her thickness entertain us. KL with those accurate feather airstrike drop down is what we're waiting for. But at the gold side, I should particularly say I'm not sure about Plutoski so far, because he is underperforming tonight as compared to the other night. Or maybe Reese. is just doing so good. I'm not sure, because if we can even go back to game number 2 itself, he is getting the advantage with the lane, but still somehow lacking a little bit behind. So right now, for the side of small big, they are equally doing everything together, but a little bit in the late scenario, they need to keep it up. So now we are going to get the Kufra. This is going to make their lineup really solid, but what will a Kufra properly do? Because it is going to be a Baxia who is going to roam, and of course, if it is going to be an Angela, it is going to be really difficult, and all the extra shield, it is just going to be so much for small big to handle. But when it comes to generating the skill, they want to focus on one hero, maybe picking the Angela, all the heal. This is going to be an intense match. I have no words to say, but the only thing I should say is good luck, give us your very best. And at the same time, this is me, myself, Malsom, and on the decks, the other guy, the one who is hyping, it is actually a host who always hosts, who is a co-hoster, but when it comes to the moment to shine, who deliver us an intense hype moment, that is none other than our main caster for the night, our hype caster, Ray. And we are ready. We are waiting for Messi. What can he?
Zushin, please. Zushin, please. Go for the Zushin. See, I'm supporting you, homie. I'm supporting you. Sorry, Vitality. I want Zushin players to win. But hey, you guys also picked Zushin. I supported you. But hey, this game is going to be interesting. And thank you so much, Malstrom. I appreciate it so much to the heart. Of course, obviously, I started off with play-by-play, then switched to analyst. And obviously, I had to do a lot of hosting. And because of that, since I was doing a lot of hosting, people started calling me for hosting, because a lot of people, they did not understand what was hosting, because I can't blame them. But hey, I just want to mention it again. Thanks to my goat, Scared Yet, who taught me the basics about hosting.
Yeah.
If I know anything about hosting, that dude right there, teaching obviously all the junior casters. I mean, I was junior once, about all the importance. Love him, man. But anyways, for now, of course, lately I've also been doing a lot of hype casting, because I get paired with, of course, shout out to you, Debbie, one of the great analysts that right now our casting scene has. One of the only caster who chases to be an analyst, because a lot of the casters, they like to flex, you know. But she was like, yeah, I want to do analysis. And it's really nice, because she has a lot of information regarding the teams. But talking about teams, ladies and gentlemen, one is going to be moving forward in having the better chance at securing the lance spot in the top 8, and one will unfortunately have to say goodbye, despite the great performance they have showed us tonight. And with it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we dive into the third game of this match between Vitality Esports and Small Big, and already a flicker has been used. You can clearly see the pressure that both of these teams are gonna be giving each other. Casting that's myself, Ray. I'm joined by Molsom.
And we are watching Yujin plays, and Alo securing the first blood. Oh my gosh, that is what we are talking about when it comes to a ninja plays. Alo, I wasn't expecting this kind of plays to come from the side of small big. Oh my gosh, it just happened out of the blue. That was just so good, Ray. The eyes, the moment, like every reaction is so good. And Messi is right now literally slowing down the lane. Actually, KL, he is the one who is supposed to faster the lane and rotate, isn't it? But no, it's Messi again in this field, literally gapping for now. But we can't see what is coming up next. At the top side, a flicker is being forced as well. Butowski is going to get a little bit of free farm for the time being, but Reese is going to get the advantage, the opportunity to freeze the lane. Artemis, start rolling. Let's see.
Start rolling with that dark table tires on top. Butowski retreats, but the run retribution still there. Alo secures a kill into the back end. Nation survives it with 1 HP. Will be going to the back. Retribution cooldown, but 20 seconds. If there's communication, Ilo, but at the same time, Turtle hasn't spawned in. So I think Artemis will be coming in at time to secure this one, but 2 kills secured, and they have the better position. Let's see what will the Sparksha do in this Turtle pit.
Alo is just so good with the shadow kill, literally landing every bio hero, such as the mage, the roamer, and right now Artemis is being zoned out. Esmeralda would be there, but nothing they can do. They might like to extend the fight, but for now, it's best if both team decided to go for the discipline game. Of course, for the side of small big, they might be the one who secured the turtle, getting the shield to fight a little bit longer, but it's Esmeralda there. She could literally generate all those shields. But here comes Ailu!
Ailu secures a kill. No, it's Night Fury again. Takes the kill away from the jungler. Bad. Hey, I'm just kidding. But, wow, the pressure still does not stop. Night Fury still goes into the, of course, orange area. But we'll just go back off. But we can clearly see the pressure is there from the Zushin. And I think Esmeralda, this time, Roar is going to be facing a lot of troubles. Because this time, they have a CC that can disrupt his shield generation. It is, of course, the Zushin. Even the Kufra. Not to mention, even the Phoveus has enough crowd control to disrupt her. So, I definitely think this time Esmeralda won't have that freedom that she had last game. Also, I think Night Fury is more comfortable with that Phoveus. Last game, he was struggling on that Lapu Lapu.
Of course, he is more brutal with this Phoveus, but do keep in mind that he still generates a shield, which is going to give an extra advantage for the Esmeralda. But come on, he deals a physical damage now, maybe getting those dominance, or even the Sea Hellbrock is going to be really useful. KL is there to back him up as per necessary, but for now, Night Fury with those flicker can still save and survive for now. Top lane, it looks a little bit juicy as well, as Ailu tries to find the opening in the Quad Shadow. Did you see that Quad Shadow? It lands so smooth and connected with Shadow kill. That is a perfect execution coming from Ailu. Small big, it is already 4-0. A perfect game is coming to their side. Right now, the turtle is going to spawn as well. Let's see who is in big of a trouble, but it's Messi who find ways to escape.
Kale with an ultimate will use it, but Hardguard pops in at the clutch. Will save him for now at least, but Zushin with the Crimson Beacon used, not to mention even the Flicker, just to get out of the harm's way of Kale's feathered airstrike. A few resources burnt out, even the Hardguard with the massive cooldown in that early game until he can get the fleeting time of massive resources being used just to save each other's mid laners. But look at the pressure. MJ might get taken down here. Meg the kills secured for Ailu, as he will also get a purple buff. Look at Riz. He wants to use it the rocket, but doesn't have enough energy to zone out. Comes in from the hands of course, Kale right now. Oopsie is providing a little bit of vision, but for now, with the resource taken and taking a kill for MJ on that Angela, they will go back for now. 0-5. That is an intense amount of snowball, I would say, being built up from the hands of small big.
But wait, did you just say rocket? I do heard someone saying bazooka, but the rocket, okay, that is quite interesting. Oopsie, sorry. But here comes Totoski with the burst out. Oh my god, would it be an interesting moment here?
Okay, into the top lane. Looks like the Granger will be surviving it for now. Oopsie survives it with the passive. But look at the pressure from the Farsa. Sidesteps there and dodges out the feathered airstrike. Oopsie will live to tell the tale. Really great sidestep there, using the push to the advantage. But yeah, I called it rocket because a lot of people, I started... it feels bad, but hey, I started calling it bazooka. Everybody started calling it bazooka. So I'm trying to change the trend by calling it a rocket. But anyways.
Alright, I mean, just this for all those new customers, shall we say, like the junior customer who start studying all those skills name and then end up saying a rocket. I mean, don't blame me, it's Ray. He is the one who's saying, not me, okay guys? I'm just pointing out the facts here because, oops. I mean, he's just oops for now. He don't want to make any sorry moment now. And right now, they know that Reese is there. One small impact can be made here. But look at here. Someone is already dancing around with those shadow strike. But right now, Night Fury is literally zoning out. And it doesn't look like Barrett is that tanky for the time.
Yeah, Bakshare right now has to, okay, use the Turtle's Rage, but look at the pressure comes in. Night Fury goes in with the back line. Oh, a lot of damage being dished out. Needs to go back, but the Crimson Beacon comes in as well. A lot of damage. 3 people on top. Riz will take a kill. Hayabusa with the shadows needs to go back, needs to get into position, but look at the pressure coming in from Messi, and he's gonna go back as Bakshia survives it with 1 HP with those heals on top on that hard guard. But looks like this is going to be an uncontested turtle. But Artemis with the regen, does he want to go in? A little bit too late as he'll go back, rolling into that bottom lane. Granger will most likely try to prioritize some macro, but with the river current, Phoveus will be there on time.
5-1, looking real good for a side of small big, but still for the side of team Vitality Sport, there might be ways, but they need to make sure that Granger get his freedom. He can't get his proper freedom as it is. There's going to be Ailu literally dancing around with those quad shadow and of course land those perfect shadow kill. And if you just take a quick note on Ailu, the way he lands his shadow kill, it is just so accurate.
Oh my god, unstoppable for Alo. Double kill, make it a triple, is it? But no, he has to shadow it away. Roar captures a kill into Ubzi. And with it, Messi still gonna be poking around into the top lane. A macro secured. Hayabusa still just poking. But that could have been a triple, but great positioning from Rise, whatever it may be. Of course, Granger man with the rocket, right? Okay, I'll stop calling it rocket. That's Sonata.
Alright, then it's 7-2 already, and the flags coming from that Ailu was just so smooth. Need to keep a real good eye on that one, and it looks like small big are actually hiding their comfort heroes, maybe trying to save it a little bit for this kind of moment, isn't it? And right now each of them are in their comfort state, and so is team Vitality Sport. They need to make a little bit of a movement, but they always got the right hero, I should say, because Angela, she is not that effective when there's a hero like a Lancelot, a Hayabusa, Ling, Fanny who can literally pick it off her. And even if an Angela is there, it's still a 4v5 fight, isn't it? And if she's absent, then it is just so bad. And look at top lane here, even with hard guard, it doesn't protect as they want. And I know the way he positioned himself is just so accurate. Night Fury.
Flicker being used, he takes the kill. Right now, Roll will get taken down. The pressure is there. Zushin comes in with a Crimson Beacon. Kale, a kind of questionable position, uses the Feather Airstrike and has to completely stop doing it. And right now, Granger from the back, Riz dishing out the damage. But look at that. Kufra with the Tyrant's Rage. Pod will get taken down, but at the same time, Artemis will get melted down on the other side. He was sustaining for Alo, comes in with the shadows, but it doesn't land on anyone. He goes back for the Lord as Putoski will be getting it, melting it down. Pretty sure, because of course Artemis still 10 seconds left on the clock, and of course the shield unity, it's not fast enough to reach the Lord on time, and this Lord, this objective is gonna go into their hands. Look at those spells though, also.
Lord securing to the side of small big freely. And when it comes to the itemization, Phobias literally doesn't want to go for the Warx. He just wanted to sustain everything, just like the Esmeralda did in the previous game, going straight with those anti-heal, the dominance eyes, and of course a guarantee for all those physical attack. And yeah, if there's a Farsa, it is a must to have this Athena. Even if you are a tank, even if you already get the Radiance, you need to get this Athena shield, or else the Feather Airstrike is going to hurt a lot here. And I believe that we're going to see a Warx soon, which is going to make him really more sustained. And the thing that I do not like about the Esmeralda in this game particularly is that going for the Enchanted Talisman book this time. Previous game it might work a little bit, but for now they did more of the sustain, isn't it? They don't get it, and also a lot of spells and skills are being forced out a little bit from the side of
Halo. Misposition, a grave mistake, gets shutted down, and right now this is a green signal for the side of Vitality Esports to go ham as they're trying to put the pressure in. Look at them, they're trying to go into the Messi, but will they be able to take the kill? Looks like it's not going to be there. 5-9 score, but Alo, grave mistake. One slight fumble, the misposition of the shadow catches him off guard and he gets taken down, but still Lord is on their ends. Falling Sarmon coming in, a little bit of a damage there. Feather Airstrike used defensively, Flicker being used, and with it this was a successful defense with Alo's absence. A little bit of a faulty play there. They could have went in, but right now they gotta get back.
The Quad Shadow every time lands it smoothly, swiftly, but there are times when we used to...
Mistake.
Yeah, the mistake happened, but there are times when we used to do something a little bit extra when we are in camp, isn't it? That moment might take a little bit, but look at KL, flicks it out for now.
Oh, the damage is there. Roar will get taken down by Putoski. The Flask of Oasis did not trigger for him, or was it triggered out so fast he got melted? Putoski, yep, this guy already with 2 items in, building towards the third one. It's looking really hard for the Esmeralda to sustain it because she only has the Oracle. Doesn't exactly have the most magic defense. But anyways, with it, Looks like the Kufra so far has been landing those Times Revenge and everything really to the point. And okay, Phobius going for the Warex, but MJ getting a lot of pressure in, but uses the hard card, uses the... Oh my god! Survives with a little bit of an HP left, but the top lane inhibitor gonna get down. But Granger wanna go for it. 1 versus 1 is it? Because he is confident, but look at the damage from Toski, and he has to go back. But for now, hard cut cooldown, how much is it? I think it's around 26 seconds right now in this, after using it, right? Yeah, because he does have the fleeting time. Flask of Voices has 40% cooldown reduction with the support emblem. So
But
they can use it, they can spam it.
Maybe around 30 because
yeah, 30.
no kills was connected there. He doesn't get those cooldown.
Oh, you're also right, because she's not level 12. It's not the max ult yet. Yeah, you're right.
If I'm not the right, I would at least sit on the right side. Like, as the saying goes, think on the bright side. If you can't think about the bright side, just look at the light. The bright side only. So, and talking about the bright side here, the Lord is being secured by the side of small big. It is one equalizer. This is the decision match. Whoever wins are off to the 2-1 pool. This is going to be real interesting. It is already intense so far, and it is hard to say what is coming up next. And oh my gosh, I am not sure what Elu was doing, but okay, I should give it not even a credit. But this Lord is going to make a real impact as the Feather Airstrike is being dropped off just to clear the lane without a proper spell. How will they do? A little bit of flex isn't the best thing they could do for now.
Halo gets taken down, and Artemis secures the kill. Hard got popped onto on top of him. Look at the damage coming in as well. Lord walks in. It's gonna be pressuring Night Fury with the flicker back, but look at the damage from Plutoski. Messi secures the kill into Artemis. Night Fury still struggling around here, but Tyrant's Rage connects in. Rage will get taken down along with MJ. The only one left is gonna be Kill, but even he gets shut it down, wiped out, all down. Small, big will move forward in the Swiss stages as they secure the game with a stylish fashion. Saying the goodbyes to, of course, Vitality Esports. But damn, this wasn't a great game, wasn't it?
And it is not just a great game, a proud moment for the husband, isn't it? It's a 2-0-11, a solid 10.2 MVP. What a match, what a plays coming from the side of small big. And I should say, Vitality Sport, you guys are amazing. Don't stop here. There is a lot of bright future that is waiting for us, for you as well. If you stop now, no one would forgive you. But if you start your journey from this loss and make a good recovery, not just for this tournament particularly, there would be more tournament waiting for you guys, even another LAN maybe, and of course Grand Fest. This is the season 1. I have high hopes that there's going to be season 1, because if it is season 1 being written clearly, there is always a high chance season 2 might come next year, or maybe another next year, making sure and hoping to see Vitality Sport with the same lineup. If you change a player, also make sure you change just one, because of some kind of real emergency situation. But I hope to see at least some of them in the sub. And with that being said, we won't talk much about the itemization, we won't talk about the game. It has been clear, it is solid, crystal clear. Amazing gameplay coming from both sides, GG. And that is all we would talk for now, as we would like to give our hypecaster a little bit break. I mean, I need the break though, but I need to make an excuse like I am alright, but the hypecaster is tired. So yeah, and also the upcoming match is going to be between Team Decant Sons going up against Shadow Esport. It's between the Lord and the Legend, or we can even call the Mid. So guys, if you want to watch those intense match, we will be right back within a minute. Hello everyone, we are back in the MEX FEI Grand Fest Season 1 in the MOBA 5v5 category, and right now one of the most awaited match for the lower bracket, particularly it is at the blue side Dickinson, and at the red side we have Shadow Esport. And guys, I guarantee you that this is going to be another one heck of a match. It is going to feast your eyes, and match number 1, it was so intense that we burst out our throat, we burst out all our strength, and all we just deliver it all that can come from us. But for this upcoming second match, we have no idea what is coming up, but what we can witness so far is a respect ban coming from both sides, because for the side of Shadow Esport particularly, these are the comfort 2 picks that they always pick, and the side of Shadow Esport, it is a Lancelot respect ban, of course, a double S tier hero. But for me particularly, these kind of top teams, even though they are not in the mythic leaderboard, they are the top tier teams that we have in India. If we are going to list a top 15 or maybe a top 20 best team that we have in India, of course their name would shine just like stars in the sky. But however, this is the kind of draft that I do not expect. I was expecting more of those meta draft, or maybe banning out those kind of heroes that can counter what they are supposed to be big. But at least it is match number 1, game number 1, respecting each other, studying each other, might be some more less risk-free. And keeping those aside, all things, we have a great team. But you know what is greater? I am going to play the co-casting role, or maybe more like the boring role. But however, when it comes to interesting part, the most interesting person that we have, the most entertaining caster that we have in India, I present to you, everyone. Stood up yourself, get ready to clap your hand, as this is Ray.
Thank you. Bows down. I cannot bow down, so I had to phrase it. If I could bow down, I definitely will. But Malsom just, wow, he kills it. He's saying that I'm a great host, but I think he's killing it, guys. I think he should be promoted to that level, and you definitely are. Those intros are bangers, because I've never seen anybody like say those great and kind words. I really appreciate you, man. And of course, we just had such a great best of 3 series going all the way to the 3rd game, and I can't be more excited for this one, because this is even more. Oh my god, looks like with my presence in MEAX FEA, it is all Zushin, and I couldn't even be more happier. It looks like the wife will never leave the husband, of course. She's here. I'm so happy, man. Like, how much Jushin has been picked? I would say maybe not much yet. Tonight though, a lot. This is the third time.
Sorry to cut you off. Like, I was in charge for setting up all these casters, so credits to me, guys, ladies and gentlemen. Credits to
okay,
Malsom.
for sure. Malsom knew what he was cooking, putting me in the last slot before the last selection, because maybe he was foreseeing it. Maybe he was using some divination, you know, going to astrologist and asking which day is the Zushin getting picked the most. Yeah, it is the last day, and thank you so much. I 100%. Guys, you cannot understand how much I love Zushin. It goes beyond, it transcends dimensions. But yeah, I can get to that glazing later on. We'll have, if you ever want to, of course, hear me yap about that, you can join me on the casting desk. Malsom can also join me sometimes if he wants to, of course. But with it, if I start glazing about Zushin, it's not gonna end, okay? It's gonna be, my Zushin glazing will end only when we have like at least a 1 million land tournaments, and I think that is very very, it will be the death of the universe before that. But yeah, for jokes aside, looking really forward to, of course, Dickinson's, one of the teams in elite leaderboards, and of course they were also in mythic leaderboards until they kind of fell down, but it's all okay. They're also a well-known team. They're making their comeback season, and they're getting present in more tournaments. They're right now here in this bracket, and I'm looking so ahead of this, of course. And of course, thank you, Malsom, for inviting me the day Zushin is most present. I appreciate you the most, man.
Yep, credits all to me,
in the
guys.
marriage, you'll get invited, 100%.
Yeah, I don't want to be honest and stuff, like when it comes to the credit moment. Yeah, credits to me, especially when the hubby is here and I need to set up for the waifu. And by the way, in case you do not know, I'm one of the best wingman in the entire MOBA 5v5, or maybe if we are going to talk about globally in the MLBB universe itself, because in my live stream, like in my gameplay live stream, I have successfully buying out a total of more than 10, more than 12, 13, maybe around around a successful couple, but don't ask me how the relationship goes on. At least it lasts for a week. But come on, I'm one of the best wingmen, and I am confident enough, and I just prove it and nail it tonight itself. And keeping all those things aside, I'm so exciting from the drafting stage. Need to calm down myself because we need to care about our neighbor, guys. We are not in the land event yet. We are saving those energy at the time being. And yes, looking at the banning section here, I should say Shadow Esports are giving full respect to Mr. Insane particularly. But just in case you do not know, Lord Insane doesn't seem to play game number 1 yet. Or I mean, like Nord, if I'm not wrong, he is Lomsang, like one of our fellow Mizo. Like I am flexing it out, like the only guy who can replace Insane. You know, it is our fellow Mizo, something like that. I mean, like yeah, I mean, I don't want to create something unnecessary, like controversy, like jokes aside for now. I mean, I take the word joke aside from Ray only. Need to tell that one. And yes, Lapu Lapu, that's the number hero you should ban at any cost. If you are up against Korikuti, you have to ban at any cost. And I'm not sure why this Lapu is not picked early. Like the Kato is being picked already. Lapu can still counter a Farsa, and at some point it can be again utilized. I'm not sure. And this CC, it can be played at the gold lane. The mechanics that is coming out from this draft particularly is quite a lot. So the draft, I should say, is quite interesting. But looking at Mr. Light particularly, I don't want to say it, but Light, every time I see him playing, it is always the CC. So, I mean, how are we going to see this CC tonight? What if they ban? I want to see what other hero did he stores.
Absolutely. I think we'll find out in the next game, because for now he got the CC on his hands again. And of course, I actually agree with you. Korikuti on that Lapu Lapu, I think that is a very value pick they could have gotten. Arre, I know he also likes that Gatot, but at the same time, I think Korikuti should have gotten it for the Lapu. I think they should have prioritized it because, of course, just like you mentioned, it can dive in the backline, it can take down the Farsa, it can interrupt the Farsa immediately. Yes, the Farsa might flicker away, but the ultimate is wasted completely, isn't it? Even a flicker. So I definitely think that they should have prioritized the Lapu Lapu. Other than that, the draft has been great so far. They go with the Plunderous Pirate skin, Claude. This is, fun fact, this was the first ever skin I ever bought in the game. Like all the way back, my first stylet as well. So damn, it is brings out a little bit of that nostalgia, you know, river and stuff. But anyways, they get the Phoveus, one of the strong EXP lane contenders. Of course, into those team fights, refuses to die until you get the anti-heal and DC him down so he can get bursted. But still, it's really hard to do it. But let's see, Pawan Singh secures that Claude. And you know, Pawan means wind in Hindi, so it's kind of funny because Claude also has a skill that technically helps him talk with the wind because he's teleporting so fast, right? And with that last pick coming in from the hands of course, Shadow Esports, STES. I like that name, but let's see.
Oh, this is going to be somehow interesting. A Roger at the gold lane. This might work at some point, but this is still a risky play. A CC.
I agree.
No. I mean, yes. That is what we were rooting for. That is what we are rooting for. Finally, a Ruby at the gold lane. You know, I mean, we have to expand it out a little bit, isn't it? Most of us would already know, but there are some teams like the junior team who came to watch this kind of big teams, the top tier teams, to understand the game. Even though there are lots of us already who understand the mechanics and how it works. Like if you get the Yi Sanshin already, it is like a marksman jungler that you already have. But when it comes to clearing the lane, he's still an assassin. So even the War X works on the Yi Sanshin. But keeping that aside for now, it is going to be Ruby at the front lane, and for the side flanking or maybe kiting down or chasing away those backliner, there's going to be a CC. And of course, it's the upgraded version of Ben 10, Ben 14 for the CC set. Kuvrad, I like this draft a lot, but I am so sorry. Even though I7 he's a legend, the mid, I would like to stick with this Hayabusa. I am more into the fan of an assassin play. Or what if Insane go for the Deadling? Oh my gosh, I am going to be so biased. But with that being said, why wouldn't I get the turn, isn't it? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Land of Dawn as you are watching the MEA X FEAI Grand Fest Season 1. This is the sweet stage in the elimination round. Whoever gets the 2-win first advance to the 2-1 stage, and whoever lost, we have to say goodbye to them. Both are such a great team. the very best team that we have in India. I don't have much to say to goodbye regarding them, but you know what, guys? We wish them the best of luck. Myself, Malsom, on the desk, and with me is none other than the most entertaining caster we have in India. It may be in the multiple universe, Mr. Ray.
For Zushin, absolutely.
The Jujin husband.
Yeah, thank you. I love you, Malsom. Like you mentioned it, I love when my co-caster knows who I really am, my true identity, my true self. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, he already gave the intro, so of course, why not dive into the game? Mid lane, always, it's a full-on clash, full-on brawl for the first few minutes. They just poke each other out, try to force them each out. But one thing I would definitely say, Saito, watch out for any Hayabusas that lingered around, because for that last game we saw, right, the Farza thought she was safe, but out of nowhere the Hayabusa came in and took the kill. For now, bottom lane, CC, of course, this walking Demon Hunter sword with that yo-yo blitz, dishing out so much damage that the Phobius had to call reinforcements. But for now, level 3 for Noity-esque. Encre? Oh, no, Encre, it's Esque, not Esque. Usually it's Esque, but okay, Encre. Okay, I'm just gonna call him Noir.
I already have a hard time pronouncing his name, so I just quit practicing. I just called him Neuer. Or
Yeah,
sometimes I just
I
call him
think
by the
that is
hero
better.
name. It's a safe place, at least. Come on, we need justice. I mean, if we call your name wrongly, they will start accusing us. Come on, we want freedom. And yeah, now talking about freedom, the freedom is going to be limited very soon as the turtle spawn. This is the first turtle, the very first turtle of the game here. It is going to be interesting. We might see some kind of exciting events such as the team fight, or maybe the pick-off plays, or maybe even a clutch skill that is coming up soon. Mountain Shocker already being activated, or shall we even say he's riding on it, but the activation time is already over, so it is going to be all, I mean, it lies down only in this turtle dance for now. And while we're waiting for the Hayabusa, he already reached the level 5, maybe bursting out might be a wise decision as Yi Senshin Lee is just so far away.
Ben 14 will get that level 4, gets that Tyrant Rage ready. Korikuri zoning out the target, but the Feathered Airstrike might come in. Tyrant Rage connects into the Hayabusa, uses the ultimate too defensively. Noir will capture the turtle, but right now the engage is still there. Look at the burst coming in. First blood goes into the hands of Invoker, might capture a second. But Array pops in with an AOG, secures a kill for himself as well. 2 for 1, Mountain Chucker pops in, and right now Lee will just have to retreat. 2 for 1 trade, but a turtle, positive net, 3 for 1, I would say.
Exactly, it's more like a 3 for 1, and let's not forget, talking about the 3 for 1, Pure i7 literally leaves his lane just so that he could give a proper backup to his allies, and right now he's literally freezing the lane for one thing. There's nothing much he can do for now. Even if the Farsa is rotating around here, the Cloud with the Purify can, you know, like escape it out, but he can clear the lane as he wanted. Is going to be something that they need to watch out. But Ben 14 decided to go for the opposite direction. I'm not sure what just happened, but what we do know is that at the bot lane we got a pick off, maybe an isolation happening there. A shadow kill does connects it and lands those perfect kill. It's 3-1. I'm really interesting for the play, but right now let's look how the mechanics, the micro are being played. And when it comes to the macro, it looks like Shadow Esport are having a total control at the top lane, but at the bot lane it narrowed down a little bit as Light just got picked off. And why don't you narrow down the itemization, Mr. Host?
But anyways, oh, okay, Ben 14 wants to go in, but of course this is just a warning shot. But talking about warning shots, there comes the, okay, uses the Mountain Chakra as well. 3 for 1 score right now, still into the table, because they captured a kill into the CC in the bottom lane. So kind of leaning towards the score right now. Okay, looking at the itemization, nothing special out of there. Of course, Claude with the Corrosion side first item. The other side has the War Axe. Both of them having the first item slot means that they will right now join the team fights. Claude's Blazing Duet though plays a more crucial part at dishing out the damage. Meanwhile, Ruby is more utility. Turtle spawned in. Does the Yushinshin respond? Into the mid lane though, looks like Kufra comes in. The Tyrant's Revenge does not really connect into anyone, but look at the pressure being done there. AOG used defensively, goes back right now. The pressure's the end. Crimson Beacon being used. Blazing Duet, double kill, secured for Lee, and right now looks like he make it a triple as he's gonna go for, no, the mana is not there for Invoker as they will head back for, they got the turtle and they get a triple kill on their marksman. Shadow Esports, what do you respond with? A fed marksman, it's gonna be really hard to deal with. Glowing Watch secured for Invoker.
and the kind of marksman they are dealing with, it's a thought with a purify and also the blazing duet, and it's Pawansing after all. The only way they can do right now, I think, is to find a way to punish the EXP laner. I mean, this might be something that is quite questioning, because Pawansing, you are not going to get the chance to kill him as you want anymore, because he get the BMW. Is it BMW? What is BMW? BMI. I'm so sorry for that one. Yes, he can escape it quickly. He is going to get those counter engage mechanisms, such as those high attack speed, movement speed that can stack up, followed up by the corrosion side. It is more like a punishment mechanism that is going to come into you. And for the side of Shadow Esport, it relies greatly on Ben 14, but look at the enemy, or we can even say like the side of Dickinson, they are packed with a perfect purify, even if they don't. Oh, what is that? Natalia has been slain, guys.
Ben 14, that's I think he could have gotten that Zushin, but his reflexes were a little bit too fast. He used that Tyrant's rage a little bit too early, and not a bunch of Natalias. We respect them, salute them as they pay with their lives, but for now, few warning shots on the bottom lane. Corey Cutie pressuring them to go back as the last turtle of the game gets spawned in. Lee nowhere nearby to take it. Mountain Shocker being used up as well. Okay, Zushin might be the casualty because look at the pressure coming in. Zushin surviving with 1 HP. Blazing Duet popping into the back line. But Light will get taken down as it gets dark for him. But look at the damage being dished out. Clouds with the dishing out the damage from the DPS. Free hitting as Ben 14 will fall. The next target, Fovia still fighting in. Hayabusa pops in from the back end. Pure and Lee gets taken down. Make it double, make it triple. As Noir will wipe the whole side of Shadow Esports 11-1. Deacon Suns just absolute snowball.
Oh my gosh, we are seeing that one. Everyone is watching that one. How crazy that Corey Cute is. He's literally rampaging the entire 5-man of Team Shadow Esport. Of course, you might be the Shadow, but you can't get away because you are my trampoline. I'm going to start hopping on you, and he doesn't. He's sustaining everything. He wanted to extend more, but only reason that he escaped, he retreat, was because of the second tier turret. If there's no second tier turret, I think Corey Cutie might like to dive in deeper, and his KD is quite good. Maybe that is the other reason he decided to back off. But the mega killing streak with the quick shadow connection, I have no idea what is coming up from side of Team Kansons.
AOG popped into the mid lane. Now they will get taken down by the Feather Ace. Right, here comes the I'm offended, but no, Digiko will be taking the kill, and right now make it unstoppable for Pawansing. They secure 3 bodies in just 1 magnitude of a second, as the side of Shadow Esports is just not ready to take the offense that's coming in from the hands of Deacon Sons, especially Noir, who's level 14. Even Corey Cutie is level 9, their whole EXP laner is level 9, meanwhile he's 14. He is unstoppable.
Yep, I mean, we were talking earlier a little bit about Yi Senshin with the advanced level, isn't it? Like, he is level 15 and his opponents are like just 9, just 10. When Hayabusa is there, when it is being played by North, it literally flips things around, isn't it? It's 14-2, by the way, lots of, I mean, it's so hard to say that right now, like the way the plays are being made. Somehow I am seeing possibility for the side of Shadow Esport, but then Pawansing just hops in out of the blues, and then North decided to go for the flank, and then it's Corey Cutie. They just can't execute. They can't land those perfect execution. Maybe try Invoker, but look at your wife. It is Ray's wife. How can you hard? If you hard it, I mean, he might start spamming the post when you try to, you know, do your thing. But yeah, the Feather Airstrike is even used to clear the lane. I'm not sure what is going for the Shadow Esport. Maybe the only way they could turn things around in this 10k gold difference is making sure that Dickinson do something really bad. They try it so hard that they find ways to turn back, the game back literally to their side, but Nor.
Oh my god, monster kill secured for this Hayabusa. The damage is just way too much. Level 15 against level 11. Even the BMI alone might take down the turret, and it does. Hayabusa will get punished, shut it down. That was a kind of a bad mistake coming in. A little bit confidence perhaps. Gets the crowd control inside the turret right now. The Lord marches in from the bottom lane, but Saito better watch out, uses a flicker to watch out, but look at the BMI and the blazing duet combo, dishes out enough damage to might take down, but they force them back inside their bases. They have to retreat, but at least they take down the inhibitor. Lord already into the base, into the nexus, but right now Dick and Sons, they know this is not the fight that they want to keep. They just have to regroup, just go back, and they will for now. The score sits at 15-3 at a massive 10,000 goal lead. A pure snowball and domination game from Dick and Sons.
Imagine you get the 10k gold lead against Shadow Esport. Oh my gosh, Dickinson. I have no idea how they are cooking this match particularly. Like, they just do it so well. I've seen them in the recent tournament. But wait.
Tyrant's Rage connects into the array. Will get taken down, but look at the back line. The damage is there. Noir will secure a kill into Lee. Blazing Duet doesn't really hit anyone, but Pure will get taken down by Invoker. And with it, they lose two of the members. They're going to be pressuring the top inhibitor. Gets immediately taken out. Hayabusa with the quad. Shadow Phobius comes in with the flicker combo. Will take down Saito. And with it, the base is clear. Looks like they're going to be going for the Nexus. And they secure the game number 1 from the hands of Dick and Sons, as Shadow Esports will have to make a comeback as we get towards the game number 2, or it might just be a swoop. And oh my god!
Everybody hands in the air as Jujin got the MVP, and of course it is a proud moment for the hobby, isn't it? There are lots of things that we would like to sugarcoat for this one, and of course, I mean, no, I can't say it anymore. I mean, we can't continue, right? We can't continue anymore. Well, the match was just so good. Good in the sense that the way Dick and Sons are controlling the game. Imagine you are up against Shadow Esport, and then you get the 10k gold lead, and then you just flip things. I mean, you don't give them the chance to flip the game also. It just keep on going, extension, leading, and they just keep on coming out of the blue, and that is how Dickinson secures the W for that match particularly. Lots of things are to be said for now, but I mean, I'm sorry for all of those poses, but I am so lost how the match ends so fast. It raised so much questions in me. Can you narrow it down? I mean, I request you, Ray, to narrow down that match for me.
I absolutely think it boils down to a lot of factors. Okay, first one is gonna be Zushin. Okay, she's very strong, guys. I have tested it myself, personal experience. She's very strong, but genuinely, she can affect the front line heavily because, of course, they had multiple front lines. Okay, they did not have range targets. That's one of the things if you're going with a Yushinshin composition. Okay, Yushinshin composition, usually the Ruby gold lane shines the brightest, but Ruby at the end, she's a fighter, and fighters who cannot move fast away from the lanterns, right, they get punished, they get knocked up. That's one of the important things. CC, yes, she has a little bit more mobility, she has a dash, but after the dash, she also falls prey to that one. Then there's the Kufra. Kufra is one of those heroes that is risky, because once he jumps in, we've seen that, obviously, in the game itself, once he jumps in, he either has to flicker out, and if he doesn't have the flicker, he falls prey, because he's deep inside the enemy's territory. So because of that, Zushin gave immense amount of value. Second thing, I definitely would say Noir was just prioritizing on getting those solo isolation kills, and getting them gave him so much farm lead that Lee was not able to catch up. Then there's of course Claude as well. I think in that mid lane fight where they got the triple kill, Claude kind of got a little bit overfed for the Ruby to handle, and then they basically fell into a defensive stance and were playing for the epic comeback. But how could they when their main late game damage stems from Yushin Shin, who was getting knocked out by Noir every second? I would say the Hayabusa just played so good. The micro was amazing. The quad shadow on point each time, connecting on to Lee, or of course Saito on that Farsa. Great pressure. Of course, we cannot take it away from Array and obviously Korikuti flickering and diving in the back lines, pressuring so much. But overall, you get my point. And yeah, they're going to be banning out my wife, man, because the wife is too much to handle. For me, not so. I can handle her, guys, every time, any day, any hour. But jokes aside, I think that's what happened. And banning out the Zushin is definitely what they should do, respectfully, of course. And with it, I'm looking forward what draft they can pull up this game. But definitely Kufra, risky pick. Yushinshi did not get the farm, and Zushin just pressured the CC and the Ruby way too much. That is definitely the conclusion. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we go in the game number 2. Right now, Dickens Suns, 1 match point. Let's see what happens in this match. Third game or a clean sweep? Because looking at how the last game go, Molsom, it might be.
Might be a duo, obviously, but I have high hopes on Shadow Esport. The way they are banning right now, of course, FNE ban is a must in this kind of situation. Like, they are just so comfortable, and who knows if FNE is opened and you allow FNE to be being played, it is going to be a pure disaster coming to your side. And yeah, to expand things a little bit, the way you break it down is just so good that I feel like noting down each point. Like, I will rewatch the stream, particularly on my own, and then I'll watch the stream, and then I'll play double, and then I'll just watch the play-by-plays. Like, that is the kind of in-depth that we need, and that is being narrowed down nicely by it's none other than Ray who can do it, isn't it? And yeah, talking about the game 4 now, why not we hop into the drafting section, isn't it? Looking for the side of Shadow Esport, betting out the Fanny, Jujin, and Abaxia, still a smart choice. But however, for the side of team, Dickinson, they are still allowing them to pick the Yi Senshin again. So this means that if Yi Senshin is picked, they can literally counter it with a Hayabusa again, or even if a Hayabusa is being banned out, I believe that with the Kori QT Lapu Lapu open, this is going to literally change things a lot. So we are waiting for Shadow Esport for their first pick. Lots of hero are open, and it is going to be banned 14 with the Gato. And I mean, if Kori QT doesn't pick Lapu Lapu, they are not serious.
He's just showing off, aura farming with the Chow, that pose and everything, with of course Iori, Yagami, but nowhere getting that Hayabusa again. Shadow Esports, do you have a response for that? Because if you do not, okay, Kori Cutie, get it. You also want to play a cute girl. Who doesn't want to play a cute girl, right? But jokes aside, he's going to be getting the CC to his hands. Makes sense. One of the top EXP laners. Well, not as flashy as the Lapu Lapu, but one good thing, HP based damage really helps her dominate most of the high HP based EXP laners into the meta. Not to mention of course, her ultimate. Damn, how did I forgot? Damn, I cannot. Sometimes the word is at the tongue of your mouth, but you cannot say it. Damn. I will find out. I will remember it myself. Don't tell me. But there we go. Saito comes in with the obviously the Queen of the Seas and the Phobias as well. Curtain call. I remembered it. The curtain call. The curtain call connecting into two people is a very disastrous thing, because sometimes when you get connected, you're just stuck in there because your teammate is trying to move to the left and you're trying to move to the right, and boom, right now you're stuck in that place. You cannot move. It is a extremely strong skill which can really aid you in those team fights. But anyways, with it, first 3 priority picks done. Who are you liking it more?
Well, it is hard to say, but the high loss is changing things a little bit because he can literally sustain it out. He can check the bush freely, even if he get the beaten up so bad, he is going to get the glorious pathway revitalized to heal him up. But you know what? Korikyu is going to be there for the side flank, so this is going to be favoring the side of team Dickinson's a little bit, as they are going to be the one who is going to get the first pick in the marksman section. Shadow Esport might like to ban out those marksmen, but keeping that aside for now, I have been saving it for a very long time. This is the moment to say it again. Every tournament, if I get the chance to do it, if I'm the caster, if I get the chance, I always do it. So I will do it again tonight, because every tournament that I have participated, I have organized, I have cast, I have managed, or anything, if I get the chance, or I mean in all of it total, there is one guy who make a record. He make a record by securing the most death I have ever recorded so far. Not a troll, even the Digis threat can be that kind of death. It is none other than Are with the Pendetta ROM. It is literally obliterated. It is not hilarious also. It was quite disappointing, but in the end, you know what? It is him again with a bronze, with a 3.0 bronze. Destroy the throne, destroy the crystal, and give W for his team. And during those times, I am so clear that he was playing with Zauhan, and during those times, Zauhan, they do not get a proper roamer for the time being, but right now they get a really good one, maybe one of the best we can say. But keeping that aside, Are, he was roaming with the Benedetta. And yeah, as long as I get the spot, and if they are getting this kind of high stage again, I would say it again and again, because I was once a roamer. Of course, I need to make sure that each and every roamer get their moment to shine. Thank you.
Absolutely. I absolutely agree with you, man. Roamers are the backbone, the foundation that the very team stands upon. I mean, to be fair, the whole 5 members, they're like imagine a table with 5 legs, okay? If you take down one, technically, you might say with 4 legs it will stand, but I'm talking about a really big table, okay? Because it's the foundation, and I think every member contributes to it. Roamer, though, I think he definitely is the strongest one, because, of course, without a roamer, you cannot do anything. Respect the roamer, guys, but at the end, my Zushin gets the MP. I cannot stop that glazing. But anyways, with it, this game, we might see Lee on that Tsuyu. It's a good counter for the Hayabusa because the first skill counts as a blink, and it can cancel that ultimate animation from, of course, the Oogie Shadow kill. So I think it might be a good pick. On the other hand, though, okay, Granger. Okay, yeah, they have yet to pick their marksman, but the Irithel was left out open. One of the textbook counters for the Granger being that Irithel, because Granger is all about skill shots. Skill shots have to be aimed, and Irithel, she is a moving target that is really hard to snipe down, and that's the main reason, right? So Pawan Singh might go for that. He might even go for the Claude again, because even in this game, I think Claude might not be a bad pick, because look at that, there's a Kadita, and Claude with the Purify is basically a monkey too hard to catch. But with it, last pick from the side of Deacon Sons, it all boils down to the gold laner. This might be the last match we see tonight, ladies and gentlemen, or we might push it to a game number 3 if the side of Shadow Esports can pull up their A game and give us a comeback.
Deacon Sons, they got the pure chance to go for the 2-0, but one thing, showing the Claude, even if Claude isn't working the best in this current meta, but one thing, still find ways, and he is going to prove again that Claude is the meta. It just depends on the user for this match particularly. It is on the side of the Kenson with the leading point by 1. This is like the match point for them. If they secure, they are going to advance to the 2-1 stage. And for the side of Shadow Esport, not only being serious is enough, they need to make sure that each momentum is being controlled by them early to late, especially the mid game is going to matter a lot. And last but not the least, who secure the first turtle, even if you don't secure, at least getting more kills is going to make a big impact. So I would say
Absolutely.
Shadow Esport, they might get their shot in this game particularly, but the Granger, I'm not sure like which hero is he going to shoot? A high loss? He won't melt it down for the time being. But why not giving our dear host for now? Ray?
Of course, I'll give you a hand, and I'll give you 2 hands if you need, because right now, for it to not be a 2-0, Shadow Esports have to put their 10 hands together on their devices and bring out the best game that they possibly can, because if they do not, this will be a clean sweep. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, this is Grand Fest won by MEA x FEAI. Of course, the sponsors are there, obviously Molsov has mentioned, but we're going to be diving into the game between Deacon Sons and, of course, Shadow Esports. Deacon Sons leading with 1 pointer. Let's see what this game can entail. And with it, of course, into the casting desk, myself, Ray, of course, Zushin's husband. She's banned out this time, but hey, banned out means she's with me. But of course, I'm joined by one and only Molsom. Best wingman, right? Best wingman, 100% easy. But with it, let's see what this game entails for us as we move forward into game number 2 of this best of 3.
Wishing the best of luck for both teams, and of course all the audience who are watching right now. You guys are amazing, keep being amazing, and like talking about amazing, why not click the like button? It would help a lot. But look at the bot lane here, Cody Cutie, his vengeance is being popped out already. A perfect accurate snipe has been land only, but it won't deal much of a damage for the time being. Array not in the best position for now, but can still find ways to escape. It's more like those basic plays in the early phase. Unless you extend one step, it is going to be fatal. But however, as long as you are in the safe zone, you can literally keep on taunting your opponent, maybe dragging them out and opening up a setup maybe. North,
okay, Nord, the snipe came in at the right time, takes the first blood, secured. I do think Invoker played a crucial part there. That snipe landing on time was the green signal for Noir to go in. And with it, we might see
an easy turtle possibly, and Array, the way he was taunting, yes, everything's matter when you are playing the ROM. If you are just spamming your recall, you are taunting your enemy, you might force them out. That is still a place, because ROM is really crucial, and that is exactly the most dead record holder Array is doing right now. I mean, it is hard to win in this kind of situation. At least he's doing a great job, isn't it? But keeping that aside for now, here is going to get a wide open. Array is diving in, but it is not the best thing they could do for now. Invoker reveals literally, including Natalia that is hiding in the bush, but for now it is best to go for the disciplined play, going for the disengagement. Anything can happen, both team has to be ready, but for now Shadow Esport, as compared to the previous game, are playing a little bit better, I should say, but for now they need to play it perfect. Let's just call it, like, what is a word that comes after better? Very best?
very best, because it might be the best. They take down the Array, but look at the ultimate connects into Saito. This is out enough damage, but is it enough to secure a kill? No, just one more shuriken could have been the secure, but at least of course Ben 14 will be saving them from Noir for the time being. But I love the fact that you have high effects, high graphics enabled, because I haven't seen the Novaria effect, like, ultimate effect on the high graphics, and it looks nice. Damn, the new collector skins, the tears are coming in, but Pawan Singh gets taunted. Looks like that was kind of a miss decision to try to poke him in, because Pure wouldn't engage without his roamer, right? So I think a little bit of lapse of judgment takes the kill, and right now he's going to be losing out a lot of hit points from that gold shield. At the same time, into the bottom lane, look at that, Light getting a lot of poking in. CC with the vengeance might be getting a kill. Noir secures it, and right now they go back.
Although Light just got picked off out of the blues there, but the one thing I should say is that there is Light that is shining slowly from the side of Shadow Esport. I have a high feeling that we might get to game number 3, obviously, because the Granger, despite getting a little, Pure, I should say, like, they got an iGen for a reason, he was getting better. Like, he's playing aggressive quite enough, and he can even melt down the Hylos already in the early phase of the game. This is going to open them a lot here, but the turtle is quite open, no one's extending, and it is going to be a free turtle falling into the side of Shadow Esport, but might seem to extend.
Blazing Duet popped into the back end, doesn't really hit anyone much as all of the members retreat. Ben 14 still there, Petrify combo pops in, doesn't really take down, but Array will get taken down in that point. Killing spree secured for, of course, but for now looks like they're gonna be going back as the score sits at 3-4-3. Quite equalized, I would say, but okay. Lee, do you want to go in? Okay, seeing the CC, Corey Cutie's position, decides to go back, at least for now.
At least for now, that's all the action that we could grab, but let's not forget that our great organizer, the MEA and FEAI, who organized this
Absolutely.
And this is a MOBA 5v5 category, and when we are talking about category, it means that this is a gaming festival where multiple games are being played, not just Mobile Legends. So if you want to check it out, make sure you go to the Instagram Mizawi Esport Association, and you will see a beautiful banner, a flyer, a poster there writing every details of the game. And you know what? I would like to invite each and everyone who are watching right now across here and there, and we even heard that we got a watch party. Thank you so much. And yeah, we are going to see some interesting action here at the bot lane.
Yeah, looks like bottom lane Lee will get taken down. 3-4 score. Immediately the equalization lost out. Light, don't know why. He should retreat right now, but looks like he's in for a little bit of blood. He wants Saito to get the kill, but does he find the angle just yet? Doesn't really do so. Invoker with that Astral Echo will get the vision, but secures the kill into it. Right now, CC will go back. Most likely just defend the turret for a little bit, play the defensive game on the top lane. Claude comes in with the push, and looks like they will just wait out. Oh, Hayabusa into the mid lane bush. Is he waiting for Saito? I think he is. He wants to go in with the shadows. Does find him, but I think he wants to bait out his rough waves. But I think he didn't. I think he just wants to play it safe because the turtle's there.
You know what? I just realized why this. Saito is playing really good. He's making most of the plays though. The reason this Kadita can't do as much as he wants is that, see, Invoker is always there in the push in advance, and right now team fight might break off. Let's focus this one.
Okay, Lee secures the turtle with, of course, the Soul Sever into the other side, though. The CC going in so deep just to take down the Granger. On the other side, Light will take down Array on that high loss. And with it, it looks like this is an extremely net positive trade for the hands of Shadow Esports as they get everything that they needed. Right now, pressing into the mid lane. Nor DS will try to, but the flicker will be used up. Oh, but look at the taunting is there. The AOG might pop in. The shutdown secured. Lee will get right now the lead into the hands as he is the one in charge right now of the map. Looks like the side of Shadow Esports finally making a clapback from the hands, of course, Deacon Sons.
Exactly, that is what I'm saying. There's a high chance that we might even witness game number 3. Granger, I7 himself, with that great portion and getting those Rhapsody free burst moment is helping them a lot. And yeah, like even though I was talking about the CC one trick a little bit, but right now even if it's a one trick or not, what matters is how you make a real impact in the game. And right now with this Poppy's making a huge and massive impact, and there are lots of things that is going to be interesting that is going to come up. It is 6-5. I would say Shadow Esports, if they want to keep up the momentum, still they need to make sure that they pressure enough. But because just look at the hero, they do not get a late game insurance. For the side of Dickinson, they get a late game insurance, including the Novari itself.
AOG into the back end, Black. Okay, Blazing Duet into the Granger. Pure will get taken down by the pressure of 3 people. And with it, okay, Light still fighting in with, of course, demonic impacts, but killing spree for Saito with that combination. Bonsai gets taken down, and right now the rest of the members, all scattered, will decide to regroup as they go back into the other side of the map, though. Hayabusa tries to gain a little bit of that macro advantage, wants to push that bottom lane down. Will we see a 1 versus 1? Lee into that position, but Hayabusa did not have that ultimate because he used it on the minions and has to go back. He cannot afford to be taken down right now. Both teams going very head to head this game.
Not just head to head, bow by bow, toes and everything they got. Some even used a yo-yo, some even held a gun, some even cast a magic by water. And yes, we are seeing some kind of meteor coming out of the blue as well. Imagine, lots of things are happening here. This is what we called MOBA 5v5. This is really interesting. And yeah, even though you are going to be really tired, please take the chance whenever you want, Ray, and talk about that punching machine and all about the LAN event, because I heard that there are some people who are planning up to come to Mizoram for this Grand Fest, particularly not just for the MOBA 5v5, like just to attend the Grand Fest. So I mean, we are the state who are hosting, but I am not that fancy regarding all these things. So why don't you sugarcoat all these things? But before that, why don't you deliver us an extensive non-stop fighting blasting moment?
Of course, because it looks like the Light has already been taken on quite low. There is the curtain call into the back, and he's really going into Invoker onto the other side. The Lord already getting melted down, but the Lord will be secured by Lee right now, and Pure will take the kill into Nord. AOG into the pop, and would not be pinned down. Any one taunt is there, but it looks like Ben 14 will fall as it's in the midst of 4 people, and yes, he will get taken down, unfortunately. And with it, the side of Shadow Esports, despite getting the Lord, looks like they have to go back and regroup a little bit as the 4 members are still alive. And I think this is a kind of a Lord wasted, because they do lose out critical members, important, and might even get the mid lane. No, I don't think the mid lane will get taken down, at least. But with that, the team fight ends 8-8. This is a very wow, I forgot the team, forgot the word. You know that rope game that people play, like pulling it on both hands? I cannot call it right now because I was thinking about the arcade punching machine.
I don't know. This is why I'm asking you.
Tug of war. Yeah, there we go.
Alright, then it's an 8-all right now here. Both teams are just, I mean, they just want to extend the game here. They want to extend the team fight. Here comes the Astral Blast, and look at that blazing duet. And the AOG pops straight into Natalia. No, Natalia was harmed, but here does harm the monkey. And it's a 9-8 coming from the side of Shadow Esports. Littler domination. It is 3k gold, 2k gold difference already. Shadow Esports are ready to take us to game number 3. But on the other side, Novaria is still there. She can deal a massive damage and clear the lane real quick. And on top of that, Hayabusa with the shadow kill is going to be another guaranteed ways to secure a pick off, or maybe even a solo kill, or even a 2v1 fight situation. What is happening here?
Pure takes the kill. Right now, there's a curtain call on top of the two people. CC going in with vengeance, and Array following it up with, of course, the damage coming in from the Hayabusa as well. Kill secured for Invoker, and with it, looks like Dick and Sons have gotten back the tempo into their hands, because right now, what can Saito really do? Like, can he defend it? Let's see. He's trying to make the play, just uses the rough waves to clear out the minions. Saito, better watch out, the damage is there. Gets connected with the curtain call, takes down. Goriguti will take the kill. 9 for 12 as, wow, immediate clapback response from Dick and Sons.
I am literally out of words. For a moment, Shadow Esport were literally controlled the game, and right now it is back into the hands of Kenson. What I could conclude clearly is that goal doesn't matter. What matters is how you perform in the kill, and that actual blast is literally one heck of a moment. Who say the Novaria is useless? Novaria might not be that effective that you want, but when you get the moment, when it shines, it is out of nowhere. It is more like a range your turn, but in a range mode, I should say. But it's 39 for now. It is wide open in the turtle pit, or we can even say the Lord pit right now. They are going straight to the Lord. It is already 12 minutes mark of the game.
They're gonna be getting it.
No more Holy Guard. It's going to be bars out. But before an intensive team fight break off, this might be a game over for tonight, or a way for Shadow Esport to find their way back in the game. Ray, can you please talk about that punching thing again? I forgot.
It's literally called wall-mounted punching bag machine. It's one of the arcade things, if I'm not wrong, if that's what you're referring to.
Oh, arcade games.
Yeah. You punch it, right? Then you get a score. Yeah, it should be the wall-mounted punching bag machine.
And the hand that gets the teddy bear also.
Oh, yeah. That is, of course, that. We'll get to that point, because right now Saito with that solo kill on Noir would capture it, but right now the whole side of Dick and Sons is after him, especially Pawan Singh. AOG used defensively, tries to save him, but it's not going to be enough. Pawan Singh will get the kill, and with it, they're going to be, looks like Ben 14 will also fall, but overall, I think that was a great distraction, because look at that. They defended, but right now the cavalry is there. Top lane gonna get pressured by 3 of the members. The snipe connects in. Look at the curtain call as well. Vengeance popped in as well. Phobia's doing his absolute best to survive it. Granger with, of course, the Death Sonata and Rhapsody shots will be able to defend the inhibitors for the time being as they defend this Lord. And I definitely would say Saito was the crucial member. Taking down that Hayabusa was so important for them.
16-10. There are still ways Shadow Esport could literally turn back the game into their favor literally, but for now, I am foreseeing lots of possibilities, lots of opening. Even if the curtain call locks it down for the time being, there are ways they could sidestep it for now. 16-10. For the side of Shadow Esport, I am really favoring that they need to make sure that Band 14 is landing that AOG to at least 2 hero. And talking to the sense, like, why not 5 hero? Because it is close to impossible to say that catching a 5 hero, especially in a competitive high tier scene like this one. So we cannot expect any 5-man, even if it lands Purify, or maybe they could find ways to dash it out anyway. And yeah, there would be no follow-up if such things happen. So at least 2 hero, crucial hero like the Invoker, Corey-QT, I'm not sure, like catching the Corey-QT might matter a lot. Maybe even a Hayabusa would matter. If they could jump it perfectly, then it is just going to be a best set here. But Saito,
looks like they find a green signal. Pure gets poked out. The snipe doesn't exactly connect. Saito comes in with a combo. Shut down secured. But Hayabusa goes into the back and dishes out the damage. But of course, no stacks from the shuriken. But at least they get a kill. Light fighting for his life will get darkness only as he gets taken down for at least 30 seconds. Respawn clock, but the Lord coming in 9, 8, 7, you call it. And with it, is that a green signal for the side of Shadow Esports to retaliate? Looks like it is not just yet. Full build for the Granger, Wind of Nature for the Cloud and the Hayabusa, but who does he use for? We might not know just yet. Lord getting poked in, a lot of damage is there. Okay, Karita trying to get into a position. Astral Echo, recall used as well. The snipe is there. AOG used defensively to get out of it. But Hayabusa going into the backline. Will he be able to take down Pure or Lee? Does not get anyone. Just stretch them to the low. But Invoker with the snipe secures the kill. This guy, just call him a sniper at this point, doesn't need the Beatrix because those snipes are on point from a mile away.
Wait, Sato, he's there. Sato,
Oh,
Sato.
Wow, shut down by Saito. That bush play, channeling that inner Natalia, but sadly, that is a soul for a soul, a price to pay. They take down, but Hayabusa pressures the mid lane. Right now, both of the members do not have the mid laners, but the for the side of Shadow Esports, Lee is gonna be back in 5 seconds, but the top inhibitor already down. Hayabusa comes in with the damage. Pierre uses the wind of nature, but the blazing duet popped in, takes the kill. Mega kill secured for Pawan Singh as the base is getting chunked down. Inhibitor into the bottom lane, falls down as well. The pressure is there. Lee gonna be doing his absolute best. The Lord at least gets melted, but what can Lee do? AOG used defensively. On the other side, Nord trying to push the base in. Pawan Singh unstoppable. They're gonna be locking it into the base. Will they be able to? Immortality is popped in left and right, but the minions are there as Team Dick and Sons will secure a clean sweep for tonight's game in this best of 3 series as they knock Shadow Esports out of the competition of this Grand Fest 1, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my, what are we witnessing? I am literally so out of my words. The way Dickinson, this is the next level of Dickinson. Of course, they always play decent, they always play excellent, but tonight they are showing their top tier moment, their very best, not just their inner beast, even their inner panda is coming out when it comes to teasing out their enemy. Like when I'm saying inner panda, it doesn't literally mean about joke, because a panda, you know what they do? They use their cuteness, stole their opponent, and when they are not ready, they just dive in and finishes them off. That is exactly how tonight Dickinsons are playing. What a match, what a game. That was a really extended match, reaching up to 17 minutes and 45 seconds. Shadow Esports, I should give them a big round of applause to them for their amazing game. But however, what I would really like considered regarding their draft, I mean, to them was their draft. Like, their draft isn't best suitable for the fight. What if they get a little bit of justice, a balanced draft? Maybe there could be a game number 3, I should say. Granger, that was really good. i7, pure. Which one it is, I'm not sure, but still, he get the MVP. But in that kind of game, a Granger to target a hero as he won, everyone, they get a really good mobile and high loss. Of course, he can sustain out, revitalize, and glorious pathway to heal him up literally. But however, what can we say in the end? It is the Dickinsons who show their supremacy, who show their dominance, and advance to the 2-1. And it is a sad goodbye to Shadow Esports, but we hope that they come back stronger, better, and obviously, who knows that they might be the next top team of India.
Absolutely. Looking forward to that for sure. Obviously feeling a little bit sad because, of course, i7, one of the legends, and Shadow Esports, one of the rising teams right now. Great performance. The first game, of course, it was a pure domination, but this game, they had a little bit of a better chance. But the coordination, especially, I would say, Invoker, his sniper shots were so lethal that even when they were escaping from the Hayabusa, he came in and finished it off from a mile away. Great gameplays. I think Invoker played a massive part, but as well as definitely, of course, Neuer with the Hayabusa back again on the action. Pawan Singh doing the same thing as well as game 1, but CC, of course, providing that utility. Array did get taken down quite a lot in the early game, but into later phases, he was so beefy, Granger was not able to melt him down just yet. So definitely, this was not a case of Shadow Esports playing bad tonight. It was more of the Dickinsons pulled up their A game. They wanted a sweep and they wanted to stay in the competition and go to the 2-1 brackets. So congratulations, Dickinsons, and of course, obviously Insane's team. Looking forward to you guys into those next rounds and wishing the best, because the upper bracket is stacked. IGN versus LCF. Are you kidding me? I want both of them, but looks like it's gonna be a really, really intense one. But hey, with it, I think we're obviously done. But hey, Molsom, you're obviously talking about the arcade machines. I would love to see them. For now, the only ones I know is, of course, the wall-mounted punching machine, and the other one is, of course, a claw machine. Some people call it the crane machine because it's like a crane, but it's actually called a claw because it's a hand that brings you the teddy bear. But yeah.
For someone who is not, like who never touched the grass, and even if the doctor asks to touch the grass, I just bought the grass mat and I touched the grass. I'm that kind of person. So, most of my friends aren't surprised that I do not know all these things, okay? But anyways, let's keep it aside for now, and why not conclude the match, as it was all really interesting. And there's one thing, yes, regarding those matches, let me just highlight it one more time. In the upper bracket, whoever wins are going to advance to the LAN now, because they already secured a 2-0 like without losing. If they win 3 continuously, they are advancing to the LAN. Those teams are IGN versus LCF, Polaris Esport versus Zauhan, Anarchy, also known as the Secret Shine, versus Dakusena, Seoul versus Lafukabi. All are interesting hot matches. And just in case you want to know deeper regarding these matches, even if they lost, they are not eliminated yet. They are going to get one more chance in the 3-1 pool. And yeah, with that being said, that is all for tonight's stream. It would be nice to stay a little bit longer with you guys, but that's all we can deliver for tonight. This is the MEX FEAI Grand Fest Season 1 in the Swiss stage of MOBA 5v5 Best of 3 series in the elimination round. Tomorrow we are going to have our very last elimination round for the 1-1 particularly. And yeah, last but not the least, this tournament cannot be a success without our sponsor, CK Hyundai, internet partner, Next Gen. Of course, it is always Vista Games who powered any MOBA 5v5 tournament, and in collaboration with Don't Say Esport. Thank you, myself, Malsom, and that hype moment, that interesting playmaker was none other than Ray. Good night, everyone.
Good night.